So, I feel like everybody in the chat needs to know that apparently Dare's favorite horror movie is Jason X.
Important information.
I just feel like putting you on blast for
You
that.
can't shame me for this. I'll ruin this whole stream. And well, the PowerPoint presentation. I
Surprise!
got
This is a
this.
Jason X stream
Yeah,
now.
I'll become a problem in a heartbeat.
To
All
ruin
right.
this stream is something I feel deeply.
Amazing. Well, welcome everybody to the last episode of our Marvel Multiverse game. What's going to happen? I don't know. But we're going to have our final confrontation with Doom. Super exciting. I feel like because it's the last time, we're just going to do the little circle one more time. So we're going to go ahead and start with Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, also Oops All Smurf, and I am playing Hellhound.
All right, and Tali.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tali, and I am playing Scheherazade.
And Dare.
Hello. One last time with feeling. My name is Dare, and I am playing the ever lovely exploit.
And Jordan.
Hey, my name is Jordan, and I am playing the less lovely AWOL.
And returning as our special guest for our final episode, it's Briar.
Hello, I'm Briar, and I'll be playing Storm.
Hell yeah. If you haven't already, please check the link in the top right. I checked it today, and in the time that we started this, and in the time since today, about $20,000 have been raised for Razan's family. So we love that.
Amazing.
It certainly wasn't all us, but
Yeah.
we are very happy that that work has been done and appreciate you for whatever contributions you have made to that. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, check out tinyurl.com/arcadeforgaza. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We open on a panel. We see New York City, as it often is in this universe, in flames. We see a red sky forming above the skyscrapers of this city, and we see hovering above it, with Darkhold pages flying around her head, is Morgan Le Fay. Undeterred, refusing to be stopped by a mere mutant who keeps giving her the work. She's back one more time, baby. And she is using all of her power, and we get a speech bubble next to her that says, "Chthon, arise. Chthon, arise," chanting over and over. And we then get a cut above her is this floating circle of rings with runic carvings in them, with 4 spellcasters encased in psychic prisms surrounding Dr. Doom, who is drawing all of the ether magic from across the multiverse. And then we see a portal open on the New York City skyline, out of which floats a floating castle engulfed in flame. And the portal closes from behind it, and stepping out on the balcony is Mephisto, Angela, and our heroes, seeing the carnage that is being wreaked in New York City. What are you all going to do?
What a question.
Right.
Right? Like
The world's ending. What's up?
Olive Garden.
A quick stop for a bite. Does it look like? We're seeing like this thing of Morgan Le Fay in the distance. Do we see Shield or any other response from any Avengers or anything as we've kind of entered into this space? I mean, we're a giant doom floating castle and a magic lady with 4 of the most powerful spellcasters. Has there been any sort of response from the entirety of the superhero community?
Go ahead and roll vigilance.
Vigilance.
I remember something from last session as well.
Yeah.
At least I remember Spider-Man being like knocked out. That's like the one of the few heroes I remember being knocked.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and the Hulk, it looks like, are unconscious, having failed to defend the Baxter building. So that's a thing. What was that vigilance check, Tully?
A 19.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you basically assess the situation. You see that some of the Avengers are trying to fight off like a huge swarm of Doombots on one side of the city. You also see in the center of the square in front of you that there is a team of X-Men, including Wolverine, Storm, Colossus, and who else do we want to throw in there?
I know Cyclops was in an episode I wasn't in.
Or we can
That
throw
was the thing that
we can throw
happened, right?
Cyclops in there. Yeah, so the four of them are in the middle of a square, and they are actually fighting a 40-foot tall green dragon.
Bing bang.
Fuck
boom.
yeah.
Bing bang boom mention.
I love Bing Bang Boom.
I'm so glad some people got it.
Does he have the pants on?
He does not have the pants on.
Damn it.
I'm sorry,
Damn
did you
it.
say Fing Fang Foom?
Yeah, he's the giant dragon from the Fantastic Four.
Okay, great.
And in some depictions, he wears pants.
The dragon wears
The
pants?
dragon wears
Yeah.
pants. Yes, he has.
Sorry,
cute,
I have to do
he
a
has
quick Google
cute
for
little
myself
purple
here.
chubbies on. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Fing Fang
Marvel
Foom
Universe with green
pants.
people wearing purple pants. What
Oh,
Yeah.
pants. Oh, I like his little pants.
Oh my gosh. I love that we've got all of these comic nerds and then Sarah who's discovering a lot of this for the first time. It's so genuine.
This game has been the best for expanding my understanding of the Marvel universe because I, mostly MCU and like the cultural osmosis that I feel like the average person has who's not read the comics. But I get to learn all these little deep cuts. Like, I'm sorry, so there's a dragon and he wears pants. Tell me more.
Yeah.
So good.
Marvel comics are absolutely delightful. A joy. MCU could never.
That's what I got to get into the comics is what I've learned over the last 2 months of this game is, oh shit, I got some reading to do.
Everybody drop your Rex in the comments.
Please.
All right. So that is the basic lay of the land currently. What are you going to do?
I think Scheherazade will turn to everybody and be like, so what's the play? It appears the X-Men are in need of help. The Avengers also in need of a hand. And that points up to the sky. Morgan Le Fay is a problem we should address sometime soon.
Is that a dragon?
Yeah, and he's wearing pants.
He is now.
I guess, should we take care of the dragon?
Fine by me, one problem at a time.
Are your people? Do you think they require a hand or?
I think like Zinnia's initial reaction is like, I feel like the dragon's going to be one of the big things in terms of collateral. I think jumping in should make this light work. There's enough of us.
Have this going on. And kind of gestures to like your recent transformation.
Yeah, hey.
Hello.
Oh, serious, right? I forgot.
Yes, there's two of us now.
Oh.
Pause.
Oh, yeah, Briar, yeah, so...
Yeah, AWOL is Venom now, so that's
Yeah,
a
AWOL
thing.
got
I
19
got
inches
that
of
from the
venom.
voice, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's like Venom. Where?
Yeah,
where-
AWOL got the Venom symbiote.
The fact that you got that just from me doing the voice is the biggest compliment you could
That
pay
is,
me.
yeah.
What? Very good. Okay, it's my confusion / surprise is over. Continue.
So I felt like I needed some help to help. I felt like I wasn't doing what I needed to do.
Tali, I think you're talking, but I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Maybe I
Yes.
didn't put my microphone up in my mouth. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Oh, no. What did you need to do, Michael?
I don't know. Look, when you're with a demon and an X-Man and an Eternal, and you're a guy who worked in Latveria for a while and stole someone's jacket, uh, it felt like I wasn't doing what I enough.
Michael, dear, you are the most impressive person. You are human. All of us here are very different and have different gifts, and you have the most spectacular gift of all. You have unlimited potential.
Honestly, the fact that you are human and are still alive is honestly pretty impressive to me.
Well, thank you.
We've-
It
we
just
live in
felt,
your world.
yeah. Yeah, it's hard to see all of this, and like he points to like all of the shit that's
Gestures
going on,
broadly.
and think that this has anything to do with like me, and I just like point at like buildings, and I'm like, and the people who live in there and who live there and who ride in, and there's like a subway train that's been exposed from the dragon, and who ride that, not anymore.
Fin Fang Foom is currently using a subway as a pair of nunchucks.
Oh no!
It just feels like sometimes a little extra help from another friend would be nice.
Understandable.
We'll take all the help we can get.
I'm here to help.
You better be.
A pleasure to meet you. Now, is your name Mr. Venom or Mixter Venom?
We are Venom. We use they them pronouns because we're plural.
Oh, wonderful pronouns! I love this. I've never got to use the we and us. It's so lovely.
Well, this has been a tremendous heart-to-heart, but we should probably address the dragon.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go kick a dragon's ass or what?
Angela draws her sword and says, "After you, my dear."
I start heading for that fucking dragon. I get a little wink and then I start heading off for that dragon.
All right, and Guile's theme plays, and we are going to jump over to the dragon. As you fly into we cut over to already engaged with Fin Fang Foom are the X-Men. And Cyclops has kind of gotten to the point where he is deferring to Storm's lead on this particular battle. So Storm,
hey.
what is your move?
Dang, this man can't do anything. He's giving me leadership. So with this dragon, and you say, it has wings, but it's been like on the ground.
It is currently on the ground, yeah.
Cool. Lovely. I think, Lord, I'm following it back into this character sheet, trying to feel like Storm is gonna try to stop it from using the train nunchucks by like kind of like pulling them away. I think if I use control weather to like start a storm, can I like I don't know, creatively describe how that storm
Yeah, that sounds dope as
affects
fuck.
there? Okay, beautiful. Lovely. Do I have to roll for that, or does that automatically happen?
Let's see. Starts
Control
the storm in an
weather.
area up to 5 miles across times the character's rank. Jesus, I forgot how insanely big.
Wait a minute, the superheroes are strong? What the fuck? Wait, they can do things?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna say is there's gonna be, you're gonna basically make an opposed you're using your powers, so I'm gonna say that you're gonna use your ego check opposed to his melee defense to basically try and hold on to it. But yeah, you can flavorfully describe how you're using the winds and the storm that you're conjuring to try and pull this train away from him.
Okie dokie. Yeah, Storm is going to conjure a storm from the already terrifying sky above. Almost like creating like centralized twisters to kind of like grapple with the train nunchucks and yank them away. And that would be my ego attack roll, yes? Or-
Yes.
Okay. That is 13 total.
Hell
And
yeah.
a 29 damage.
Let me see.
Um,
I don't know if that actually beats his melee defense.
Okie dokie.
It is, yeah, his melee defense is actually an 18.
Whew.
So you can spend a karma if you want to try and re-roll that.
I
or-
would love to spend a karma. I know how to do this. To re-roll what I just click.
You would just hover over which die you want to re-roll and click edge.
Beautiful. We love to edge. Okay. That's still not enough. It's only 14 total.
Yes. So you're creating these storms, and all of these twisters are appearing around Fin
Mhm.
Fang Foom. But his strength is too great, and he is holding on to these nunchucks. But what you do manage to do actually is the twister actually starts pulling people out of the wind, start pulling people out of the subway, and then you are kind of just like gently setting them on the ground. And there's
Beautiful.
one guy who's like running away. He's like, "Why do I live in New York?"
Very good question. That's also what I said when I moved away.
Yeah. And about that time, you look up and you see this flying castle, and jumping off of it are some of your friends. Some of them you haven't. Some of them look different, but they are all here nonetheless.
Mhm. You're late, is what Storm's gonna say.
Terribly sorry, I had to stop at home.
All right, and we're gonna roll for initiative.
Do it.
Whew.
Well, let's go. Fantastic success.
Nice.
2 fantastic successes.
Wild.
We love to see it.
The not getting them, I was surprised. Like, who got one? Oh, me. That's
Is you.
it's crazy.
Ooh, I hit the
Blinked.
button, but one more again.
One more again.
You gonna work for me? I guess it doesn't feel like it's being stubborn today. Give me 1 second to see if it'll listen to me.
All good. I'm fetching the other X-Men, so you've got time.
To me, my X-Men.
Right.
There we go. And then because of my thing, get a free edge. So why not push my luck? Okay. Not bad.
So Fin Fang Fu is big.
Yeah.
We are so tiny.
That's a whole ass dragon, so
I just there's not actually like very hard rules for size categories, but that just felt right. That's just the
Yeah.
size that I decided
He's
on.
not a whole ass dragon.
No,
I
it's
played
a whole
Ultimate
squirrel.
Alliance. He was big as hell in that
Yeah, he
game.
was.
Yeah. I'm so excited to Shadow of Colossus this thing.
I can't wait to see what you do.
Amazing.
All right, yeah. So Wolverine and Colossus are setting up to do the thing that Wolverine and Colossus do.
Yes, they are.
while Cyclops is over here, hitting it with optic blasts, and then looks over and sees everybody arrive, and said, "Good, we could use some backup. We're down to Plan F at this point, or we're down to Plan 5 at this point." And let's see, what did everybody get for their initiative? So exploit
I got a 19.
and Scheherazade.
19 with fantastic success.
All right, Hellhound,
17.
AWOL,
15.
And Storm.
18 with a fantastic success.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's sick.
And I'm going to have all the X-Men act on Storm's initiative, except they are not going to get fantastic successes. Just to make it easier for me to
Dragon.
Dragon, all caps.
MF Dragon. All right. All right, so fantastic success was Storm, and who else got one?
Scheherazade, I think.
All right, so you two can go ahead with your bonus rounds.
I believe I don't know. You rolled higher than me, so.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can I throw somebody? Can I fastball special somebody as my opening round?
Yeah, if you want to do that, absolutely.
Yeah. I'd like to throw Michael if Michael would consent to
Heck
being
yeah.
thrown.
Let's go.
I think Scheherazade will kind of grab onto the back of Michael and reach out to grab like a bunch of books. She's gonna back up and then just like super speed going through a bunch of portals is just going to like bullet him forward.
Hell yeah.
That's so
Into
cool.
Fing Fang Foom.
All right, so Michael, you can use your reaction to basically do a melee attack against Fin Fang Foom, and you get double
Cool.
damage if you succeed.
Okay. Let's see what we could do, because
Let's go.
I have a ×9 on my damage multiplier.
He's
Jesus
got a
Christ.
God
Is this
Killer
na-
sword, so I
Is
mean,
So-
this now with Venom?
because
Yeah,
it's with
yeah.
Okay.
Venom, and also he has All Black the Necro Sword.
Yeah.
Which was
Okay,
So
this
I
makes
think-
sense now.
if you watch the new
Yeah.
Thor movie, the God Butcher, the sword that he had.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I have
Thank
Christian
you.
Bale's sword.
Yeah.
So I think
Appreciate you.
Awog is flying through the air super fast and
Mhm.
just like pulls his right hand back, and at the time that it like lines up with his eyes, just this like black symbiote sword just like forms out of the front, and I'm just gonna punch this thing right in the face.
Hell yeah.
That is a 24.
Jesus. So I'm pretty sure that hits.
And I'm gonna do 42 times 2 damage, so 84 damage.
Jeez.
Shit.
I think you need to be stopped.
Hey, listen. He's on our side. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
And I'm just like hanging off of All Black at this point, like stuck in this thing's face.
All right. Yeah, he just like writhes and his like snake-like neck is whipping all around, and you're like holding onto the sword and your legs are just kind of dangling. And Venom like actually like some of the symbiotes like or the symbiote around you like kind of forms tendrils that kind of wrap around his neck to kind of give you a sturdier grasp.
Nice. That's awesome.
And Venom's like, "We're in this together." And so that is going to make it Storm's bonus round.
So get my action because that was just my reaction, right?
It's your action is to throw the person. It's them
Okay.
using the attack as their reaction.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. I feel like using like the twisters that are slowly like releasing all of the people out onto the street is going to use elemental barrage to sort of like shoot out electricity from these twisters that are sort of around Fing Fang Foo.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna roll that. That's an ego check. I don't think 15. It's his against his resilience defense.
His resilience is a 19.
Good Lord.
It's the
Boss fight, baby.
pants.
It's
It's
The
the
pants make him really
yeah.
resilient.
He has
Has to
We
make
gotta
him
get those
really
pants off.
+4 electricity resistance on his pants.
Oh, this. Lovely. Yeah. In a round, I have an action and like just one action. I'm assuming. Yes.
Yeah, you can move if you'd like to reposition yourself.
I feel like we're so small. Where the hell are we?
Why are you so small?
I'm
What is
like,
this? A battle for ants?
Me, like, how do you zoom in? I'm such an old person.
You're gonna be
I feel
down
it.
here.
Okay, beautiful. I see me. It's fine then. All of Storm's things are like long range anyhow. I feel like it's probably going to stay put. Yeah, I think that'll be my turn. I don't want to use my karma up on this dragon just in case for
Right.
later. But yeah, I think that will probably the dragon will probably the electricity won't affect him, but that'll be my turn.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so
Mhm.
that is going to bring us to the standard rounds, which is going to be Scheherazade up.
Mhm.
So, Sean, I have an ability that I've never used before that I'm trying
Oh,
to use.
good.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
It's called teleport blind. I can teleport to someplace that I can't see. I want to go inside him.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, Sean's gone.
You know, that's what I was thinking when I saw a dragon too, you know.
I think we should share less with each other.
His skin is the same thickness on the inside as it is on the outside.
A little squishy on the inside.
Okay. This is one of those things as a GM where I'm like, I'm not going to say no. I just have to figure out mechanically how the fuck this is going to work. So, yeah. Are there any checks involved with you doing this?
It says the character teleports to someplace they've never been and never seen up to 10 times the rank away. In spaces outside of combat, they can teleport 1,000. If the character teleports into something solid, they automatically are pushed out, but take damage from disruption equal to standard action check. The damage multiplier is 1 for every space they move. My assumption is that there's enough space within him that it's not technically a solid object I'm trying to get inside his chest cavity.
Okay.
Oh boy.
If you say no, I also want to state, if you say no, I will not be devastated.
I
I'm
didn't
perfectly
get
fine with you
this
saying
far
no.
by saying no to people. I am, however, going to say that there is going to be fun stuff for you to have to deal with inside that we are going to, because I have it in my brain and I'm trying to figure out how mechanically it's going to work. So yeah, you absolutely can do that. So yeah, go ahead and describe what that looks like.
I think around Scheherazade, you can see like a transparent vision of all the books within the Library of Alexandria, and she's going to pull from the shelf the Anatomy of Dragons. Open the book, and a portal is going to like open up, and she's just going to kind of blindly walk through it and trust that she has pulled the right book to be able to go to the right place.
That's insane, and I love it.
Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, you teleport inside, and instantly everything goes black as there is no light in here. But you begin to kind of like look around, and you see a very faint light source. You kind of see like this pulsing organ, and it is kind of glowing with like this faint purplish light, like there is brilliant light encased around a thick layer of skin, but the light is still kind of shining through the skin, like when you put your finger on the tip of a flashlight. And that is basically the only source of light from within this dragon's body.
And then I'm just gonna start using my stand because that's my movement. I'm gonna use my standard action. I'm just gonna start shooting at the walls.
With what? Did you steal AWOL's gun?
No, my understanding is that I have a ranged attack that it can use.
Okay.
Is that if not, I can just.
I mean,
punch
you
him
do.
also.
How do you flavor that?
Oh, the like 3 concentric rings that kind of wrap around her arm to kind of like almost look like a Samus arm cannon.
Hell
and
yeah.
she's just gonna start shooting wildly at the walls.
Dig that. All right, yeah, so go ahead and just make an agility attack then.
Agility attack then?
And I'm going to say that you have an edge since he can't really dodge.
Okay. So agility attack, that's combat, right?
This is wild.
And then you said I have an edge. And still 16, 19 damage?
All right. And you all see Scheherazade disappear, and then suddenly it looks like Fin Fang Foom has the worst case of acid reflux.
Let's just be glad it's not an invincible situation.
And that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
Okay. Lynn, all you have is a hammer,
Here
and
come
you are
that
in front of a.
bullshit.
Actually, I am going to be pretty sensible because I have no idea what other bullshit awaits us in the future. So I am just going to use the fact that I am still absurdly strong and can fly to punch him in the fucking face.
Go for it.
Oh my God. Everything failed me in this moment.
Oh no.
I'm going to spend one edge here just to see. Damn
Edge
it.
that
Okay.
dragon.
Nope. No, I'm not going to do that. And I failed.
All right. Yeah, you fly towards this dragon, and his head like whips around and dodges you, and you see like AWOL's dangly feet like narrowly miss your head. But you are kind of like up over. Did you move your blorbo?
My token never wants to move. Ever.
It's just stubborn. All right. So yeah, you're
She
somewhere.
simply refuses.
You're somewhere back here now.
Okay, sounds good.
There is actually like thing for how far you can move, and I've just never really paid attention to it.
Fair.
All right. So that's gonna make it the X-Men's turn. Storm, what are you doing?
Storm, because I feel like I have no luck today. This is really but I'm just gonna use inspiration to give all allies an edge on all action checks for the next few rounds.
Sick.
Let's go.
I feel like Storm is gonna say, this ancient beast cannot stand against the weight of our camaraderie. Fight, my X-Men, and it's gonna use inspiration.
Hell yeah! Hit him with the power of friendship.
Power of friendship. Yeah. So the character inspires allies in earshot. The ally, an ally in earshot. Who do I want to give edge to? Who's next in line?
One of the X-Men. So it's probably gonna be Colossus is setting up to chuck Logan, and then Cyclops is gonna be using his
give them an edge.
Yeah.
See them winding up. Give them an edge.
All right. Yeah. So Colossus chucks Logan, and Logan says some sarcastic quip back to you about always jerking my chain, bub. And his claws come out as he's flying through the air, and he's going to get an edge on his attack and deal double damage because he's getting fastballed. Let me see. That is the wrong character sheet. And with his edge puts him over.
Nice.
So that is going to be, let's see, 27 times 2 is 54.
Let's go.
As his adamantium claws embed themselves in Fin Fang Foom's back.
Can I use my reaction to help him and give him another edge? Because I have 2 reactions.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Then I'm gonna have him re-roll that Marvel die to see if he can get an ultimate fantastic, or to see if he can get a fantastic
Hell yeah.
success.
Amazing.
Not quite.
Darn.
But I like the visual of like Venom's tendrils coming out and kind of like wrapping up his wings to open up his back and give Wolverine more surface area to stab into. And we get another frame of like Scheherazade is like shooting the inside, and you just see claws come through the wall, like right near your face.
Amazing. Oh, Logan.
So upbeat. I love it.
And then Cyclops is going to go ahead and use his optic blasts. Oh, this useless white man. Let me see here. Oh, because he has elemental blast, he gets an edge automatically. Cool. That's what I was looking for. Still, wait. Oh, he's against his agility because it's a ranged attack. So his agility defense might be lower than his melee, which is incredibly high. It is. So Cyclops does in fact hit, and deals 29 additional damage. All right. And that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
Hell yeah. Gonna fire off a hex bolt at our purple pantsed friend. See the pentagram start lighting up on the forehead as she shoots it out. Fingers crossed. 16 to hit against agility.
That does hit.
So it's 36 points of damage.
All right.
And
Jeez.
that's what I got.
Do you want to move around, or you want to stay where you're at?
Yeah, I'll move just like a little bit closer.
All right, AWOL, you're up.
Cool. I am like currently climbing on its head or
Okay.
like stuck into its face. I think I'm gonna climb up and swing over to its wing and jam All Black into the wing and try to like ride it down to prevent him from flying.
Period.
Like a sail, right? Like in a pirate movie.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So go ahead and just do give me a melee attack unless you have a power that you want to use there.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's a vicious attack.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me that.
Is what that counts as. Okay, cool. That is a 19
All right.
for 24 damage. Yeah, I'm not going to use a karma to try to bump up that damage.
Yeah, you carve a big slash in his wing as you're coming down the side of him, and he like roars out, and you see one foot like come up, and it stomps the ground and sends out a ground shaking earthquake. And whose agility defense is better than a 23? just asking. Just thought I would ask. So everybody is going to take 34 points of damage as these rocks fly up everywhere. And also Fin Fang Foom has a healing factor, so he is going to get a little bit of HP back. And then he, let's see, goes ahead and roars, and he flies like over in this direction.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Oopsies.
Not a big fan of the tornadoes. And that is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
I am going to use teleportal and open a portal from his stomach to the outside and wave hello at Michael. Hello, Michael.
Is that like your movement
That's-
action?
Teleportal, I believe, is not is. I think it's a standard action. Yeah, it's a standard.
And does it
action,
just
so
put
that's
a
my-
portal inside of him?
Yeah, I can put a 1 point from one. It's basically like a portal gun. I can make 1 point from one point to another point.
So
Cool. I'm going to come in a minute.
God damn it. Oh, this is so weird. And yeah, so where are we in the initiative? So that's gonna make it Exploit's turn. Is that your whole turn, Tully?
That would be my whole turn.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Wild.
Exploit, you're up.
I think I am not doing super hot on focus. So I am going to keep focusing on punching him.
Alright.
And hoping that works a little bit. So let's do it again.
His melee defense is an 18.
Okay. Dice, you have been spending second edge, spending a third one. Oh my god. No, oh my. All right. I'm stopping. All
Same.
game.
You fly up and like start like punching frantically at his back. but are not able to deal any substantial damage.
She's getting very like clearly frustrated on her face, and it's just trying not to get so out of her own head that she becomes more of a liability than a help. But it's clearly showing on her face that she's getting frustrated.
You hear a voice that says, "Hey, kid!" And you hear it's recognized as Logan, and he says, "Breathe. You've got this." And you get another edge.
One more.
There it
All
is.
Let's
That's a
go.
20. There we go. All right, not a ton of damage, but 28 damage.
All right. So close. Yeah, you like we get a frame of you like taking a deep inhale, and you bring down this fist that is charged with all of this bioluminescent energy, and you hit, and we see like the big like action words of like crack as you make a forcible impact that causes Fin Fang Foom to like rear back in pain, and that is going to make it Storm's turn.
Oh, I'm muted. I don't want this dragon up in my face. The dragon's still on the ground, correct?
Kind of hovering a couple feet above the ground.
All right. Do I guess I feel like I don't think there's a way to represent this on the map, but Sora's going to fly upwards to be above him for her movement.
Okay.
That yeah, she's just gonna be several meters in the air above him, being like, I don't really like you hovering above me like that.
That's totally
cool. And so that's movement. And I guess where was the move that I just wanted to do? Yeah, just as soon as she's above them, use elemental blast downwards into Fing Fang Foom. Yeah. Let's see. This works. For one more time. Where go? No. No, it's not getting up there. Yeah, that's a 14 total.
Well, that would be against his agility, which would
agility.
actually hit.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Excellent. Me getting hyped about that. So that's 34 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Amazing.
Let's go.
No one's inside of this creature anymore, correct?
Somebody can easily jump out if need be.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they've made a portal out.
Okay, beautiful. Well, you would definitely start feeling the electricity of the space suddenly change drastically. If anyone would want to jump out of that scene. So yeah, Storm kind of is floating above him and calls upon this big like lightning blast that kind of like ricochets from the different twisters into her palm, where she just like Goku's it downward into Fing Fang Foom's mouth for a blast outwards.
Perfect. So yeah, you fly upwards. Fin Fang Foom like looks up to follow you, and you get a perfect shot down his throat. Scheherazade, you notice that like all of your hairs begin to stand up, like when you touch one of those like electric ball things, and you're like, "That's my cue." And as you see, like all of the veins. And all of like basically like from the inside, you see Fin Fang Foom's entire nervous system just start to light up with electrical energy, and you have like a split second to leap through the portal you've created. And you jump out, and everybody on the outside, you see all of this lightning course through Fin Fang Foom's body, and just explode as like this charred husk falls over, and then slowly begins to like disintegrate and disappear.
I don't know if something's wrong with your mic, Collie. I can't hear you either. I see your mouth moving.
Maybe I'm just not speaking loud enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
you gotta be
yeah,
right
yeah.
up on those guys.
Just like this, I'm on it.
Thank you. Thank you. It's the good quality audio. Did you said disintegrated, right?
Yeah, so it's actually part of like Fin Fang Foom's like thing that like when he's destroyed, his consciousness can like kind of disappear.
I
and go somewhere
forget
else.
about the disintegration thing. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that wasn't some weird little bit. Hmm.
One
If-
down, two to go, right? And I
Yeah.
look up
There's
my-
another
myself.
dragon.
huh?
You said 1 down, 2 more to go, and Storm goes, "There's another dragon."
No.
Amazing.
Because yeah, we have
Do we want to go help the Avengers?
Avengers
some
are dealing with
Doombots?
something, and then we have something. Sean, remind me, what do we see when we look
so
up again?
it looks like Tony Stark and Sam Wilson, Captain America, and probably She-Hulk are fighting off some Doombots. But the main problem seems to be Morgan Le Fay and Doctor Doom above you.
Also welcome in Raiders. Hello, hi, hey, and hello.
Wait, we got raided.
Amazing.
OMG,
Um,
hi.
Hello.
I heard She-Hulk and like I heard the rest of that sentence,
Was
but
like-
my brain just started cycling.
That's fair.
Yeah, there's on the threat level, there's Morgan Le Fay, light work, Doom, less light work, and I feel like people were also in like weird crystals at the end of last session. Was that a thing? I
That was a
remember.
thing.
Cool. Trying to make sure I'm remembering all the little bits and bobbles as
Yeah,
well.
there are 4 psychic prisms in Doctor Doom's contraption, and he is siphoning off the magic of 4 of the most powerful
Oh, yeah.
spellcasters in the world.
Okay.
Boss rules. We got to take out the 4 crystals so it'll cut the boss's health.
Yeah.
Well, if we help with the Doom bots and get those taken care of, then everybody can go at the same time to fuck up Doom.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
we let them deal with it and we just go.
we
go
could
fu-
get some goodwill with them back after the everything, but I'm fine to deal with those consequences later.
Perhaps we should just be good neighbors and help out. And the more
Yeah.
the merrier in trying to deal with the problem.
I'm good with
Consider it
that.
another warm up for Doom.
All right.
We'll
Uh,
fight some Doom bots.
Let me go populate a map real quick. Let me see.
They're like a live wire of electricity I can absorb for a few minutes to get back some focus.
I could shoot you, but
Just gonna hold Storm's hand. I don't
yeah, that's feasible.
Are we outside of combat?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Healing
does-
factor.
Yeah, my healing factor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The healing factor, truly great. One of
The
my
healing
favorite
factor is
things I have.
really sick.
Yeah, you'll get back pretty much all of your health.
Cool.
And Doombots. Here we go. Too many things.
I love that this is the first battle map that we were on in our first session.
Look
Yeah,
at
well, it
people
wasn't it?
remembered
It was
things.
at
But it was like
at
it was like the
nighttime,
nighttime
yeah.
version.
Yeah.
the nighttime version.
Oh, it's all come full circle.
I love this map. I get to do all kinds of fun teleporty shit on this map.
It's a cool map.
Yeah. Patreon.com/fragmaps. Really cool moderns and cyberpunk stuff on there.
Ooh.
So,
We love the shout out.
Yeah.
all right. So, a couple blocks over, it looks like there is a gas station with several Doombots converging on it. And there
Ooh.
are a couple Avengers that are there trying to deal with the threat. There is Iron Man, that is there. And then
Doom's just trying to pump gas, okay?
I see you.
Let me see here, and then we've got She-Hulk.
My mom's been texting me this whole time asking me if I want to see Twisters after this.
Amazing.
I've heard it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard it's really
I'm sure it's
good.
great. I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, Glenn Powell looks great in it.
I'm, you know, that I appreciate your reviews.
All right, we're
Sometimes
gonna,
someone's just
for the
hot.
sake of time, stick with the same initiative order. So back to the top of the round, Scheherazade, what are you doing?
Come in and I just start blasting. The nearest fool in front of me, I will shoot.
All right. So yeah, there is a Doombot that is kind of like up on this rooftop. And as you are able to run in the street, because you can't fly, right?
No, but I can teleport. I'm gonna do blink barrage for my movement. Puts anyone trying to hit me at disadvantage or trouble.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna poof up there and I'm just gonna hello and then give a shot at him.
Fantastic. All right, go ahead and roll that attack.
17.
All right. And their agility defense is lower than 17.
And 11 damage.
All right. And that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
Okay, beautiful. I was looking at flying. Because I can fly. All these, there's so many little things happening. Okay, so I can fly 20. Mostly I'm trying to get near one of the ones fucked with Iron Man, mostly so I can rub it in his face that we're still helping.
Lol. That's
So,
fair.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna aim for this one right over here.
All right.
And yeah, no, I think just once again run up and done up. Just gonna swing real hard.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's first round of combat, which part of the rules of that is you get to decide where you are on the map. So
Okay.
yeah, you just fly in a strategic way, and I guess this one like has a shot lined up at Iron Man, and you just like drop in on him. So go ahead and roll your attack.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming a 13 does not hit.
Is it against their melee?
Yeah.
I forgot these things. The minis aren't linked to the sheet. So against their melee, a 13 is just enough to hit.
Beautiful. Okay, then that is going to be 24 damage.
All right.
But yeah, I think I just like fly in like big. You know the way like Rogue tends to punch in like Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah.
Like they're very like big swings. It's one of those.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
And just clocks him, and then like Stark sees you and says, "Nice going, rookie," and goes back to it.
I mostly because I'm still an asshole and mad. Do you make a suit that I can't shut down yet?
Damn. Oh
Look.
my god.
Love it.
I love you. Like we'll work with the Avengers to make peace. And then
I
immediately
need him to know
terrorize
that I'm
them.
helping save the world. Every other Avenger, we're cool so far. He's the asshole.
Yeah.
Amazing, no notes.
That tracks. All right, so Storm, you're up.
Yeah, beautiful. Is going to Lord so tiny. Right, first round could just move to wherever strategic.
Yeah, so you
cannot
can be
control
wherever you
this.
need to be. It's the first round.
All right. For some reason, it's not letting me move this bad boy.
God damn it. Hold on.
Maybe
Sponsored
I'm
by Roll20. God damn it. There we go. Now I've got it. All right. It says you can be editing control by you, but that's weird. All right. Try again.
Briar, you clicked on the pointer
There we
and
go.
not the
I got
hand.
it. No, I got it. It's moving now. It wasn't doing that before. Excellent. Gonna fly on top of the other roof that Cheers, that's not on. And is going this Doombot in front of me. Is going to use Elemental Ricochet.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's see if that works. There's multiple people here. Let's see. That is sorry, range attack. So that is, Lord, I can read. I promise. Range attack uses
It's
What do
agility.
I roll?
Yeah.
Agility. Okay, beautiful. That is 11 total. I don't know if that will hit him, but either way, I'm going to use karma to re-roll one of these dice.
All right.
Fantastic, and I did.
Amazing. So yeah, that does hit with a fantastic success.
Mhm.
So that does double damage on a fantastic success, right?
On a fantastic success, the energy also bounces off the first target to another in line of sight.
Oh, nice.
And the character can make a new attack against that target, adding
That's
a
so
new
cool.
range to the previous attack's range. So, that's why I climbed up on a roof, so everyone is in my line of sight.
Amazing.
Yeah. So is going to, I guess, what was I saying? Yeah, gonna send the ricochet to this blurb over here.
Got it.
And gonna hit another. That is 12 total. I don't know if that hits, and that's 19.
For agility, against agility, it does hit.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. That's not a fantastic success, but I hit those two.
Cool.
Blurbos.
Yeah.
right
So
there.
you like arc over a beam of electricity that hits this one Doombot and does substantial damage, and you basically like connect the beam out from him to this other Doombot over in the middle of the street, and your eyes are going white as you are conjuring all of the power of the storm.
Mhm.
And that is going to make it Iron Man's turn, who is going to do Iron Man stuff. I think that we're going to do an elemental barrage.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he kind of like flies up and does Mayday protocol, and you see like all of these like tiny missiles coming out of his shoulders to hit all three of these guys. So that is going to be his ego, which is going to hit all of them. Yeah, so he flies up, he shoots and hits all three of these, and like does some significant damage. And he goes, "Just for the record, we totally had this handled."
Mm.
I mean, you're not really turning away the help, though, are you?
You're a problem I don't have time to deal with. She-Hulk runs up on this guy over here, and she says, "Tony, can you give it a rest for 5 seconds?" as she's pummeling this one Doombot.
The beauty of arguing with a 21-year-old when you're a grown-ass adult is that you never look like the good guy.
Right.
Right?
It was just look a little bit ridiculous.
And then you know what else I forgot is that all of you didn't show up alone. Angela leaps into this with you.
Yeah.
I think that Mephisto and Ghost Rider are still piloting the castle through the city somewhere else. But Angela is definitely here. Here we go. So she jumps into the fray. And manages to take one of the arms off of this guy over here. And that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
Great, because that was the Doombot I was gonna run for as well. So I'm gonna power up the old pentagram and see that one arm is ripped off. And go, "What's wrong, bud? Need a hand?" And I'm gonna hex bolt him right there.
Yes.
That's a 20 to hit.
That's definitely gonna hit.
For 31 damage.
You blast his other arm as well as like half of his chest off, and he like falls over depowered. And Angela looks back and says, "Quips, really?"
What? Who's above a quip?
And she's like blushing and annoyed at how cute she thinks you are, and continues back into the fight. That is going to make it AWOL's turn.
Cool. AWOL is gonna do the he shoots a web up towards where this bot is, and then springs himself up towards it, and is gonna punch the guy who's up here in the noggin.
Hell yeah.
Just give him the old face punch.
Give him the old razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle him. That is a 24 for 51 damage.
Jesus. I've created a monster. Yeah, you do you do like the slingshot
It's a
thing?
fast. Yeah, it's a fast attack is what I was using. So oh no, on a fantastic success I can make another attack on another person within range, but that's not a fantastic success. Yeah, so I just cut it in half.
Amazing. He still has a couple hit points left.
Oh, okay.
Barely.
But yes, I was doing the slingshot thing.
Yeah, so you knock his head clean off and his body is still kind of barely functioning.
Could I actually use my reaction to call that a ram?
Sure.
Cool, then he takes double damage.
All right, yeah, he's dead. He's toast.
So he takes
Straight up.
102.
Insane. Yeah, so yeah, you just cleanly blast straight through him and then land next to him. And a little head pops up and looks over at Scheherazade and says, "Friends."
Friends.
And that is gonna make it the bad guy's turn, whatever's left of them. And this one is gonna run over on Storm, and try and hit you with its Hellfire, because these are kind of the magical Doom bots.
Amazing. Cool.
Love that. Oh, right. I already had it over here. Now I remember. So what is your resilience defense?
No. My resilience defense is a 13. So yeah, that will do it.
Yeah, so he leaps at you and charges his fist with Hellfire, and he hits you. You're going to take 6 health damage and 6 focus damage.
Not the focus. Okay.
Honestly, that's what's more valuable.
Yeah. And then these two are kind of otherwise engaged with Iron Man, and then this one's engaged with She-Hulk. And then this one is going to try and get its licks back on Exploit. What is your resilience defense exploit?
I'm back in the 17 things opened up
Yep.
zone. 14.
So it does hit you, and you're going to take 3 health damage and 3 focus damage.
All right, I can live with that. I'm gonna heal more than that health damage in just a second.
All right. And that is going to make it Scheherazade's turn.
Do I have permission to fastball you again?
Yeah, you always do.
Standing
I
consent.
Will,
Yeah.
I'll hop on your back, and I will snap. A portal will appear behind us, and we are just going to free fall right on top of the one that's to the left of Tony.
All right. So that means that you can use your reaction AWOL
Cool.
and do an attack.
Cool. I will do that then.
All right.
That is a 19 for 24 damage.
Doubled as 48. He had 6
Yeah.
hit points left. So, yeah, you fucking obliterate this guy as you drop in on him. And then like Tony looks over at you and he's like, Peter needs to get these symbiotes in check. I'm tired of having to keep track of how many there are.
Oh, yeah. Hi, by the
Hello
way.
to you too, Anthony.
Could also try minding your business.
Damn.
Yeah, Hellhound's in the back, just a quiet ooh.
Said you ain't got no nipples. That is gonna make it. Whose turn is that gonna make it? That's gonna make it Exploit's turn.
Yeah. Simple strategy. The second verse, same as the first. I am saving all of that focus.
It's a good.
You
move.
know what? We call that it wins, we take him. I still hit his ass.
Yep, there you
Uh,
go.
Yeah, that is 12 damage.
He had 1 hit point left.
Yeah. I think like in the most just big kick, like it flies apart as it's like sent careening into the street.
Hell yeah. Do you do like the Chun-Li bicycle kick?
I was thinking more of like Alex's big boot from
Hell
Third
yeah.
Strike.
Yeah, and yeah, you just completely destroy this Doombot with your foot. And that is going to make it Storm's turn.
Beautiful. Man, who is? There's the bot that just hit me. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna. I didn't appreciate that. I'm going to just give it an elemental blast straight to the face.
Hell yeah.
I didn't appreciate that. Makes a range attack again, so that's it. That is 14 total, and 19 damage to the Doombot, to hit in front of me.
Yep. And it is not quite enough to kill him.
Damn. Who go away?
Just get out of my face. But yeah, he takes the damage nonetheless. And he is. Oh well, first we got to do Hellhound. So Hellhound, what are you doing?
Okay, so wait, so this Doombot is still standing?
That is correct.
Okay, great. Since that is the closest, I can fly, so I'm gonna hover up in the air, and I'm still concentrating on Hexbolt, so I'm gonna shoot a Hexbolt at this Doombot.
Hell yeah. So you kind of like fly up in the air and you like reach out to the Hexbolt that's still kind of floating and just kind of like redirect
and just
it.
wing it back.
Yeah.
This is against agility.
All
Is
right.
that hit?
That
Is
is
it 12?
a hit.
Oh my god, great. So 26 damage.
And that is enough as you annihilate this Doombot standing in front of Storm.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Well, then that's the Hexbolt doesn't take an action, because I'm still concentrating on it. So, everybody's on the other side of the map. I'm gonna summon Portal,
Okay.
and I'm gonna teleport myself over here, so that I can get into the fray over here.
Sounds good.
And that'll be
Hear
my.
Storm say, "Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. Thank you."
You're welcome. And I just poof over, open portal, walk right through, ready to fight over here.
All right. AWOL, what are you and Venom doing?
This fella over here, I'm gonna just run over and try to like cut it up in half.
Hell yeah.
Let me
Melee defense is
roll.
a 13.
Cool.
Toast.
That is a 21 for 60 damage.
Yeah, you do exactly what you're trying to do. You come clean up the center and bisect this thing in half.
Sweet. From nape to chops.
Ow.
And then She-Hulk does one last pummeling on this guy over here, and regroups with the rest of you.
All right, yay team.
Tony's like, "You're not," but okay.
Wow, it's fun to be an Avenger.
That's not how this.
Oh, we're Avengers now. It's lovely. I've never been.
You don't
an
just.
Avenger.
I mean, you kind of do, but you don't. Like, that's. It's it only if we. Okay, so. You know what? I'm just gonna let you guys have it. So Sam and I are gonna clean up what's going on down here on this city. Somebody's gonna stop Morgan Le Fay. Apparently, you all know what you're doing. And
I've beaten her twice, mostly by myself.
what is it with teenagers with superpowers being the shittiest?
Oh,
They are the
language,
future.
please.
I'm 21, first
That's
off.
a
Second of
grown
all,
adult.
Cap's still here, right?
Yes, Sam Wilson lands. He's been cleared, providing air support while you have been taking care of that.
Cool. Two things. One, it's fucked up he's not in the book right now. I was looking.
So
It's
he's
fucked up.
So the reason is because they put his stat block in the campaign book, which feels
Okay.
a little like DLC-ish, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Okay.
But,
I was like, this feels real wild. I had
Yeah.
a lot of issues with just only
Oh, he's
him
in the
being there.
Kang book?
yeah.
That's very funny. Two, while he's standing here, I'm going to walk up and say genuinely super nice. Honestly, super nice to meet you. I've heard good things. I said it to most of the Avengers. I also do go, I am going to clone this, and I have my own bioluminescent version of the Captain America shield.
That feels okay. That's a new one. Cool. Way to go, kid. And what's your deal?
I think she looks around like me.
Yeah.
So I'm a mutant who can steal and borrow and increase powers for a bunch of folks. It's a lot, and I may have helped stop some of this alternate realm power stuff a few times. It's real bad. I managed to peer into some of the other just universes, and it's a bit of a multiversal problem.
I'm just a normal guy, and I'm now carrying one of the longest lived legacies in the world.
Oh, hey,
So-
I'm a normal guy too. He says, looking like Venom.
The head opens up to be like, I'm just a dude.
I'm an alien symbiote, but yeah, the guy in here is just a dude. And Sam goes, right. Anyway, I get I get the feeling of being completely overwhelmed and feeling in over your head. But sometimes you just gotta lock in. And I think that you've got it in you to do that.
I think she genuinely looks a little excited and I don't know, honored to get words from Captain America in particular. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we'll do what we can to deal with Morgan Le Fay. I think she probably is gonna have nightmares of me after the third one. So Doom's really gonna be the big problem.
All right. Well, we'll take care of it down here. We'll give you guys the cover you need. Go to work.
I do make a little at Tony before we fly off, whatever that is. I just need him to know.
We get another of my favorite genre of shots, which is the two people on the ground watching all of you leave. And Tony looks over at Cap and says, "We can't just let everybody be an Avenger. There was a Doombot that was an Avenger at one point, and that was weird. We can't just keep letting everybody in." And Sam goes, "We've got a little room." And now they're arguing about whether or not you all are allowed to be Avengers or not.
Can't wait for us to end up on the Great Lakes team.
Amazing. We're gonna take a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna come
Oh,
back
yeah.
for the final battles.
Woo.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And we're back. All right. Final battle. It's gonna be good, y'all.
Oh boy.
So, in order to confront Morgan Le Fay, you will need to fly up to where she is, currently hovering hundreds of feet above the New York City skyline. So, those of you who don't have flight abilities will have to figure out how you're getting up there.
I have group flight.
Same.
Hell yeah.
That's so sick.
So, yeah, all of you can. So, who's making who fly that can't fly?
Who can't fly?
I can swing, but I can't fly.
I can fly.
Okay. I feel like whoever. Sorry, I'm trying to find my group flight. Yeah, I feel like we just like make like a sheet of like hard air for her
yeah.
to just lift people up on, like an elevator.
That's
So
sick.
whoever wants to be on this sheet of air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think Zinnia's is the classic, just kind of like piggyback and flies. Just like, just hang on.
Amazing. So, does Storm want to carry one person and Exploit want to carry another? Because I think that Scheherazade and AWOL are the only people who can't fly by themselves.
Yeah, you could just take AWOL will just start going up like an
Ah.
elevator.
Even Venom is a little taken aback by this. I know I'm an alien. This is a little weird, though. And so I guess Scheherazade is piggybacking on Zinnia's back.
Sounds good.
And all of you fly up into the sky, which is at this point is blood red, and there is violent wind kind of pulling ether magic in every which direction. You fly up, and you see that hovering in the air with surrounded by pages of the Darkhold that seem to be like generating some kind of magical energy that is creating a barrier around her. Is Morgan Le Fay. And behind her is kind of like this ethereal staircase that has been created. And it appears that she is in the middle of some kind of conjuration ritual. And as her attention is drawn to you, she looks up and she says, "You are too late. Things are in motion that cannot be done. Chthon's avatar will manifest and will take back what is rightfully his."
Oh shit.
Yeah, and pretty shortly after that, you begin to see like the outline of this like 12-foot tall demon kind of appearing on the staircase.
Oh.
That doesn't seem to be fully manifested yet, but is in the process of doing so.
Ayo.
I didn't hear anybody say anything, but did anybody say anything?
I said,
like,
oh shit. But that was
yeah. I
This is
mostly.
Oh, you go.
Oh, you first. I was gonna look to Scheherazade mostly because this feels like the type of thing Scheherazade would know about, or Hellhound.
I would like. There's two things I'd like to do. I'd like to see if I can make some sort of logic roll to see if I know exactly what's going on, and I would like to confirm: does Mephisto's spell book that I got to pull out, Scarlet Witch, does it have anything to sort of counter this, or is there any fucky shit I can do with it? There's no mechanics attached to it. So
I know.
I'm
I
just
was
checking
hoping
in.
you would remember that you had that. So yeah, go ahead and give me that logic roll.
You got it. I get that out with an edge as well. Let me screen. Let's go with edge. 19.
All right. So you know that Cathan is like an ancient entity, a demon who was basically so powerful and so destructive that like even the rest of the demons were like, you can't be here, dude. And so he's been like banished to like the outer realms for thousands of years, but he is actually the being that created the Darkhold. And basically uses it as his tether to Earth, where he can't fully materialize because of his banishment, unless somebody can manifest an avatar for him. And that's what the Darkholders have been trying to do for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And it appears that that is what Morgan Le Fay's goal is, to bring Cathan back to this plane of existence.
Okay. Do I know? Because I want to just assume that like she looked at the book sometime in the interim. Is there anything that I would know that like does the book have any incantations or any assists or help on like how to counter this or how to stop this ritual?
Mm-hmm. So you know that she is basically using pages of the Darkhold and kind of like reading off of all of them as they're floating around her, and they are not only creating this gateway for an avatar of Cathan to kind of manifest in kind of like a semi-astral form, but also they are creating a barrier of protection around her. So you could use the book to basically deactivate one page at a time, and kind of start to cause her power and her abilities to like continue this ritual to be reduced.
I'll kind of shout to everybody over the wind a lot of that exposition that you just gave, and say, I will deactivate the pages. You all do the things that I know you do so well. We can do this together.
There's one panel of like this incredibly like large speech bubble of Scheherazade doing this whole exposition. And then like Angela goes, that was a lot. I got about half of it.
Dangerous woman.
Same girl.
And big man. Big man. We stop big man by getting rid of the pages, and then he no pass go.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah, she draws her sword and she says, dibs on big man.
Real.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could do something before we even get into the official swing of things. Mostly because I want to ruin Morgan Le Fay's day.
Depending on the degree of which you ruin Morgan Le Fay's day, I'll decide if we need to be an initiative for you to do it or not.
I was just going to try to dampen power.
I think that's going to be a thing we're going to need to be an initiative
Cool.
first.
That's so fine.
So everybody go ahead and let's do a new initiative order for these last two fights.
All right.
Also, Sean, I have one question that I'm afraid to have answered for me.
Oh, good.
All right, you. As we are dealing with like a bunch of like alternate realities / like the realities are sort of kind of fucking up on each other.
Yeah.
How much of the world is other world or like other reality right now? Because I am afraid of what happens if I die right now. Because like you know about wrong slide, right?
The thing that you're afraid of would definitely happen if you died.
Good to know. Cool. I'm playing for keeps today. Got it. For the people who don't know, with the X-Men Resurrection, if you die in a place that isn't exactly your full reality, you come back wrong. There's like a whole character called Wrong Slide who got brought back. And as far as we know, they haven't figured out an answer to that problem yet in the comics. That's just a thing that happens with Resurrection right now.
Uh-oh.
So, oops.
See, I'm just trying to picture it as like wacky hijinks. Like, yeah, you come back and now you can't tell right and left apart. And it's like pretty annoying. But everything else is fine.
You come back not knowing anything of who you are. It's real bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it's like a soul death a little.
All right. AWOL, did you? Oh, that's right. You're using. I was like, and I forgot because the thing is like looks like Venom now. And Storm got a 17. And let's see what Gathon got. Damn, y'all are lucking out. Did anybody get a fantastic success?
I
No.
don't think so.
All right. So that means the first to react is going to be Scheherazade, who I don't know why they're in there twice, but yeah, Scheherazade, you're up first.
I'm assuming to like cast this thing from the book. That's an action, correct?
Yes. Basically, it's going to it just functions as the power dispel spell.
I'll pull that up. So I'm going to hop off of Zinnia's back. And I'm gonna go into blink barrage.
Okay.
To like keep myself in the air and just kind of constantly be teleporting between each teleport, saying pieces of the spell.
Cool. I dig that.
Yeah, just infinitely, just sort of like falling like 3 feet and grabbing another book, falling through another portal, saying bits and pieces of this spell.
You're just playing Flappy Bird as you're like moving towards. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and make a. Let me pull up the rules again for a little bit of a refresher. It is going to be I believe an ego check, but let me double check. Yeah, ego check against the ego defense of the target using the magic power.
My ego's not terrible.
You are trying to beat, for full transparency, an 18.
Okay, and so it just make a regular ego score.
Correct.
Okay. I will use a karma.
All right.
Oops. That's even worse. Then I'll take the ill for now.
All right. Yeah, you are unable to. I think it's because you are teleporting in and out, so it's missing little bits and pieces of the spell from this this plane, and they're getting a little bit choppy. And you're realizing you're gonna have to be a little bit risky, and probably gonna have to say this full incantation while in free fall, before you can actually use it effectively.
What does a fantastic result do on a failure?
It's a partial success.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
like a no
Okay,
but.
cool.
So you've gained that information, and I'll give
Cool.
you an edge on your next check.
Okay.
To do that.
Hell yeah.
So that is going to be Hellhound's turn.
Okay, so just so I understand what's happening here, we have a two-prong thing here of Morgan Le Fay is surrounded by pages of the Darkhold and need to take those out to get to her. And also we have big demon man.
Yes. So it's kind of like aspect of, where it's not the full god, but basically like a projection of him is starting to enter this plane.
Okay.
The end of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So then, if we hit him here, does it still hurt him? We don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Well, destroying this aspect of him would prevent him from being able to
Great.
enter into this plane.
Great. Then I'm gonna focus on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna scoot fly over here. And then we're gonna pull the classic. Throw a nice big hex bolt at you, boy.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Does an 18 beat his agility?
An 18 does beat his agility.
Let's go. 31 damage to you, boy.
All right. You see this hexbolt like collides with him, and he like is continuing to slowly walk down the stairs, seemingly almost unfazed by you hitting him, and you can tell that like the impact did do damage, but he's just so fucking powerful that he kind of just like tanked it and walked through it.
Okay, great. That's what I got.
All right. I'm gonna have Angela act on your turn as well. And
Great, keep it easy.
Yeah, and she is going to fly up with her sword and says, "Be gone, demon!" But not like because you're a demon, because you're like one of the. There's good ones, but like you're a bad one in particular. Fucking die! And
Can't wait for the hell sensitivity training.
actively dating a demon, killing another demon. All right, so let's see. Her character sheet is here. We go. All right, and she, her psyching herself out, kind of fucked with her swing a little bit.
Babe, no.
And you see, he just like parries it away with his bare hands, and that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
So, Morgan Le Fay is surrounded by like a bubble of dark hold energy, or
Yeah, so basically it is kind of like a bubble, like almost like a prism that is created by like beams of energy that are like connected from the different pieces of the dark hold, and then there's kind of a framework projected out from that.
okay.
So yeah, a
So-
bubble. Just me trying to pseudoscience it up.
Yeah, so I could hypothetically try to just like break through this, right?
You could hypothetically try, yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hypothetically try. I long to be her sleep paralysis demon, so I am going to try to hit the barrier to see if I can like test its give.
Okay.
I also have one extra die to damage, like one extra multiplier because I have cap shield
Okay.
or a version of it.
Oh, that's right.
Is a 15 going to hit?
A 15 is not going to do any damage to it.
Okay. I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm gonna hold off on doing anything else on that front.
All right.
Ram as an action or as a reaction. Does it seems like do you take I'm trying to like figure out exactly. It seems like you take damage based on how it's worded, but I can't quite tell.
Jordan, you were looking at it earlier.
Yeah, it's make a close attack at an enemy on a success. The character takes
Okay.
full damage and the enemy takes double.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So it didn't work. So that's just a thing I'll keep in mind for next time.
Cool. All right. Yeah, so you are like punching through it, and Morgan Le Fay tauntingly says, "It won't be so easy this time." And Storm, that is going to make it your turn.
Yeah, brief question. How does concentration work so I don't drop?
So you can
Oh, boy.
concentrate on, because you're rank 4, you can concentrate on up to 4 things at a time.
Beautiful.
so,
Lovely.
yeah.
Okay. Tali, I don't know if you had like a plan for your free fall, but I was just gonna say I could extend my I don't know if that would be an action to extend my group flight out to
Now that I'm up here, I can swing. I just can't
Okay.
like fly, so I can get
Okay.
over there.
Okay. All right. I don't know about Sherazad though. I can't hear you.
Flight
I don't know
or
if this
not
is-
give me flight, I will be fine either way because I can just constantly keep free fall teleporting. But if you want to
Okay.
give me flight, I'll take some flight.
Okay. At some point you kind of like feel like that underneath you, just so you don't have to keep like missing spell because you're teleporting. Yeah, I guess again, I don't know if that will be another action or just a
Nah,
continuation
you're
of
fine. Because
Beautiful.
you were already concentrating on that, so that's totally fine.
Okay, just wanted to check. Beautiful. Okay. And we're attacking Morgan Le Fay's bubble or
You-
the Darkhold pages?
You can either so the bubble is being created by the
by
Darkhold
the
pages.
Darkhold pages.
So it looks like you're going to have to
Beautiful.
deal with those before you can get to Morgan Le Fay, or you can try and attack the big fuck off demon in the back.
You know what? I'll fuck the demon in the back. I'll do that. So I'm gonna hit that with a elemental blast. Let's see how that goes. That's 19 total to hit.
God
Got
damn.
that.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. And that's 27 damage.
Woohoo.
Let's go.
Let's
Huzzah.
fucking go.
Let's go.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. You like hit him, and like his shoulder kind of rocks slightly, and he says, "The power of a goddess cannot stand before a demon." And continues to move down this staircase towards you.
Lovely.
And that is going to make it Morgan Le Fay and Cathan's turn. So
I'm not worried. We're gonna kill it.
Morgan is going to immediately make an attack on Scheherazade. Hearing the bits of incantation and picking up on what you're trying to do, she identifies you as her biggest threat. So she is going to use Bolt of Balthak on you, and that is going to be an ego attack against your agility defense. And she is going to pump 20 focus into that.
Can I interpose?
I was about
That's
to
a reaction.
interpose. Damn it.
God damn
Also
it, all of
trouble
you
on
like
attacks
good-natured
against me.
people. But
Oh,
yeah,
I wasn't doing it for Scheherazade. I was doing it for me to steal some focus.
Oh well, then you should do it.
I'm picturing you both in real time going, no, after you. No, I insist.
Yeah.
No, I mean yours is
Scheherazade
like
just dies while you're fighting over who's going to
Yeah.
protect Scheherazade.
Yeah. I get 2 reactions a turn, so I should be able to
yeah.
do an energy absorb as well as interpose.
All right, well, it's going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh wow. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So they add plus 10 to their bonus, which means they're going to deal 53 damage to you.
Well, in a better universe,
Right.
in a funnier universe, they would do that. Not in this one.
And 616.
So how much
That's
damage
not
was
what
that?
happens.
It would have been 53.
Okay, so that's 43 focus.
All right.
Yeah, I think I like fly in the way, and like you see that chaos like magic sort of just turn into bioluminescent light, and I just sort of give her a shitty grin of like, you gotta remember I can do that. It keeps not working out for you.
Damn. It's like, Loki, when are you ever going to not fall for that?
Truly.
All right, and then Cathan is going to attack Angela. And with a, let me see.
Oh, he's stronger than me. He's very, very strong.
What are we applying to that? Yeah, we're gonna do vicious attack.
Sean, I can't hear you if you're trying to.
So he's doing a vicious attack. And that is going to deal 29 damage to Angela. As he like parries her sword to the side, and you see like that his hand just kind of like reaches out and like pushes her back, and you can see like necrotic energy like starting to like wither her away and like kind of like absorb the like angelic light that is being projected from her. And she kind of like shakes that off, and for the first time you see on her face that like she feels afraid. Like she feels like this might be a threat that is above what she can handle. and she kind of tries to steel herself as best she can to re-engage with Chthon. That is going to make it AWOL's turn.
Okay, question for the group. Do you think it is more important for me to punch Chthon or more important for me to punch some of these pages?
I'd say my heart says Chthon only because
Cool.
Scheherazade and I are working on that
That is
front.
exactly
Yeah, then we can
what I will be
split it
doing.
up.
Cool.
I'm gonna have you roll logic.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
I am not that smart. I got a 14.
Okay, yeah, no, 14 will do it. So what you're picking up on is this isn't really your arena.
Yeah.
This isn't your area of expertise. But you're picking up on the fact that like this is a field generated by some kind of powerful magic, and it's probably going to take magic in order to
Cool.
dispel it. So what that translates to mechanically is that you need to deal focus damage in order to depower these pages.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Then as I'm falling, I shoot out two like webs that like link onto, I'm gonna say Hellhound and Exploit, and I just like pull myself up through the air and swing over. I have 18 movement, and
Okay.
that gets me exactly next to Chthon.
Perfect.
Let's go. Let's go.
And I'm going to punch Chthon
All right.
with my punch sword. Just
That's-
right in
That sounds like the kind of weapon a child has created. Of like, yes,
Yeah.
my punch sword.
Punch
It's
sword.
a sword that punches.
Yeah.
It's like a
Cop.
pile bunker.
Just
Yeah.
reminded me of the punch dimension, which is
A real canonical thing that exists.
What?
Yes, it is.
So
What is the punch
So
dimension?
Cyclops, the reason Cyclops has optic blasts is his
Yeah.
eyes are actually
about this.
portals to a place called the Punch Dimension, which is just a dimension of pure kinetic energy. And basically when he opens his eyes, those portals open and like energy from that dimension leaks out, and that's what creates his optic blasts.
Huh.
Yeah.
The punch dimension.
It's so
Punch
good.
dimension.
It's so
It's
dumb. It's so
great.
good.
Favorite thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not lasers. They're concussive blasts.
It's
and I
punch.
love
Laser
that.
fist.
It's
That's what
punch.
they are.
Yeah.
It's just if it's just pure punch energy.
the power of
Just
punch.
Kool-Aid.
It's just oh yeah.
Cyclops just says like just hands basically from his eyes.
On site.
Catch these laser
Okay.
hands.
Amazing.
So
Scott, welcome
that
down
is
Summers.
that's a 23 to hit for 60 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
If
you
I
la-
knock myself out, I could deal 120 damage. But I'm not gonna do that.
you land there and like you stab Chthon and you like we get like a speech bubble of like a gah! And he looks down at the blade piercing him and looks up and he says, "The Godslayer. Interesting. You must die first." And
Okay.
okay, perfect response. Yeah, it's like the fucking was it in Fallen Order when he's like, "You would be wise to surrender." Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right. So that is going to make it Scheherazade's turn.
Just as before, we're gonna try to get this done. I'm gonna roll a karma. Yes, and it's a fantastic success.
Let's
Hell
fucking
yes.
go.
Let's fucking go.
All
And
right.
According to the language of the spell, that means it's completely dispelled.
So what I'm gonna say, because this is actually like essentially 8 separate instances, so what I'm going to say is that because it's a fantastic success, that you remove 2 of these pages. So actually, I'm gonna let you choose basically where you want to open up the shield.
Oh hell yeah.
Let's go.
Scheherazade starts saying the words in the library, like a light construct of the library appears behind them as it shoots out, and I'm going to get this one. I take that back. These 2 at the top of the stairs.
All right. So yeah, you start to see like the glowing red words on the pages of these 2 pages at the back. they start to just like kind of dissipate, and it just turns to normal ink. And as that happens, this you see like a hole open up in this bubble as a vulnerability has been exposed.
And for my movement, I'm going to use Blink Barrage.
And we see Exploit scheming, rubbing her hands together.
Me immediately like, all right, how can I ruin her day?
Yeah. All right, and that is gonna make it Hellhound's turn.
Great. Just need to measure something real quick. Great. So I'm gonna move up a little closer, seeing that Angela is coming under fire. And I'm first, because I'm concentrating on Hex Bolt, gonna fire another Hex Bolt with the ego. I'm gonna use a Karm. Well, I assume a 12 does not hit agility.
To inform whether or not you want to spend a karma, you're going to need a 16 or better.
Okay, great. Then I'm gonna spend a Karma. Gonna spend
God damn.
another Karma.
Hey!
Great,
Look at
let's
it.
go.
Nice.
Okay, so that is 26 damage.
Is that with your Hex Bolt?
Yes, that is with my Hex Bolt, and then I'm also gonna fire up the old Flames of the Faltine, and my fingers are gonna get real hot, and I'm just gonna punch, and like two flaming fists just come and punch your boy in the face. Make another ego. It's a 20 to
Hell yeah.
hit.
A 20 is going
You
to
love to see it.
For 16 more damage.
Damn. Nice.
And that's it.
All
Punch,
right.
punch.
Yeah, hit with like now being weakened by the necro sword that is inside of him, getting hit by all of these blasts. You can start to see him kind of taking the impact. And like pieces of his form, like as you're hitting him, like pieces of his form are kind of like melting away, like air being pushed through a cloud of smoke. And are like, you can see that like his grasp on this reality is slowly starting to deteriorate, which is causing him to get much more angry. And that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
I think for now, I got a real simple strategy, which is there's a weak point in that bubble.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to fly just around to the other side, and I'm going to, I think, charge in and swing at her with the shield.
Hell yeah.
Just a classic charging star.
Do you swing, or are you gonna throw the shield?
I'm doing a charging star.
Oh, cool.
God damn, the dice hate me today.
Really do.
What is her
Well, she's
resilience?
a spellcaster, which means that her
Yes.
melee defense is very low.
I knew her
actually.
melee one was bad.
Oh, her resilience is exactly a 12, so meets a beats.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so because I have an iconic weapon, which is Cap Shield, my damage die is one extra one, so it's 4 times 5 plus 4, so that's 24 damage.
Hell yeah! So you fly in and you hit the magic combo, and deal some damage. And she is so fucking angry that this kid is in her face again.
Yeah, I think as I like hit her, I'm like, we gotta stop meeting like this. Kind of impressed you got back from space so fast, though.
Your head will be above my mantle by the end of this.
Yeah, I think there is like the smirk of someone who knows that she has gotten under Morgan Le Fay's skin so much that she doesn't even say anything. The shit-eating grin says enough.
Amazing. That is going to make it Storm's turn.
Beautiful. So I know that these Darkhold pages are enchanted, and I don't have the skill set to do that, but to dispel them. But using the same strategy I kind of use with Fingering Plume, is there any way possible to pull the Darkhold pages away from Morgan Le Fay so there's a larger opening for my friends?
Very interesting, given the fact that it's kind of broken. I'm gonna say it might be possible to kind of like pull it apart from here. So that is very interesting. What power do you want to try and use for that? Sell me on something.
I was going, like I said, using the same kind of like thing I use for Fing Fing Foom, you can control weather
Okay.
to sort of create a storm around.
So I'm
Morgan
gonna
Le Fay.
say it is going to be an ego against her ego defense, which is going to be an 18.
Okay. Well, let's see. Try anything once. Okay.
Let's go.
What's that? That is a 14. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try to re-roll this. No, that did nothing.
It was a valiant effort and a great idea. But yeah, you try and pull it apart with with the power of the wind, but her dark magic is simply too strong to break these pages apart. And she is going to retaliate on exploit, or try. And let me see. Here we go. And she basically tries to tap into your mind, and you can hear her voice say, "You're through." What's your logic defense?
Oh, it's probably not great. Oh yeah, no, it's a 10. It's
All
flat.
And you are going to take 30 focus damage.
Oof.
Yeah. What specifically did she do as an attack? Like, what was like the name of it or anything?
It's telepathic blast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I think yeah, it is that thing where she just like clutches her head, and like the eyes that aren't concentrating are immediately like sort of bouncing around like rapid eye movement, as she's like not used to that sort of like fighting.
And that is going to make it Cathan's turn, who is going to try and deal with AWOL. But actually, hold on. He might not even just need to focus.
Bring it on.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that's exactly what we're going to do. So he is going to do Focused Fury.
Cool.
He's going to make a close attack with an edge, and he is going to dump 60 focus into it.
Love it. You love to see it.
Yeah. And that is going to deal, let's see, 69 damage plus his 60 focus is going to add an additional 30 damage. So you're going to take 99 damage.
Done. I'm out.
Did you heal before the last fight because of the?
Yeah. I was.
Damn.
I have my max is 90.
Okay.
Can I spend karma to negate any of that? Because you can spend karma to regain it at any time.
It does say at any time. So I will let you spend karma to regain hit points immediately. And basically, if you can regain more than 9 hit points, then you will be conscious. Because he went over. You're at -9 technically right now.
Okay. Do you want me to choose how many dice I'm spending before I do it? That's more interesting. So I'm going to say that.
Okay, do that then.
I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
And if I don't get 9 on 2 dice, I'm out.
Right. Actually, I think it has to be 10 because 10 will put you back up to 1 hit point.
It'll get me back up to 1. Okay, I'll spend 3.
Okay.
I'll spend 3. Okay, so I need to roll 3d6.
Let's
roll some dice here.
Stress.
12.
You're at 2 hit points.
So I'm at 2 hit points.
Yeah, as he like goozles you around the neck, and you begin to you feel the venom symbiote melt away from you. And you've just basically got goop dangling at your feet at this point, and he is just holding this suitless person, and all of you watch as AWOL rapidly ages. And you can see that his hair goes super gray and wrinkles begin to form on his face, and he just becomes incredibly gaunt. And you see that Cathan then just releases him, and this barely conscious body drops onto the stairs, now looking to be like 90 years old.
He's trying to win the war in any means necessary.
What? You can't hit any harder than that?
Oh, Grandpa,
I didn't hear
Grandpa's
no
done.
bell, whippersnapper.
I can do
Jesus
this all
Christ.
day.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, I don't think I will.
We did it, Joe. Okay, so that's,
Me did it, Joe.
that's gonna make it AWOL's turn. As this symbiote is like slowly starting to form back up on you.
Cool.
And Venom
Ooh.
goes, "Sorry, I didn't want any part of that."
Well, good news, gang. I do have a healing factor, so I regained 3 hit points.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
I'm up to 5.
5 whole hit points.
And I'm gonna punch him in his face.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna like get up
Indomitable human
and
spirit.
just sock him, like just jump up because I can jump my full speed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump my full speed straight up and like punch him underneath the jaw.
Shoryuken.
Grit those
Yeah.
teeth. Yeah.
So let's see how that goes. God, that's a 14.
Do you have any
Which I'm
karma
assuming
left?
is not gonna. I'm not gonna spend it. I'm saving it for Doom.
Oh shit! I forgot we still have to deal with Doom.
Oh,
How did you say
guys.
that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that's that's a miss. Or you like try and jump up, but like most of the strength has just completely left you. You feel
Yeah.
like a frail old man, and you just like barely collide with his chin, and it kind of bounces off. And that is gonna make it Scheherazad's turn.
Oh, baby girl's so stressed. she's
All
gonna
the baby
try to
girls
get
in the
rid of-
club are stressed.
She's gonna try one more time to like knock out more of these pages. I'm gonna use another karma.
Hey,
That's a
Hey,
fantastic
fantastic
Does that
success.
Do anything for me?
Well, it's a fantastic failure, is actually what it is.
Then I'm gonna use my last karma. Then if it's not gonna get,
I'm
me
gonna
anything.
say as a fantastic failure, you can get an edge without having to spend a karma to re-roll that if you want.
I forgot to give myself an edge on the last one.
Yeah,
Okay,
but you've succeeded on the last one anyway, so
gotcha. Okay, so edge.
that's it.
Let's
That's
go.
gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, and with a fantastic success, you can take out 2 more.
Out this one. Oops, is it? I'm on the wrong thing. Am I on the wrong thing? This one and this one.
All right. So Zania, you begin to see more of the pages dispel, and more of this opening start to be created.
I think I just let me see how wisecrack works, because I might try to wisecrack at her.
I also want to use my movement is going to be my barrage, my blink barrage, and I'm going to teleport other onto Michael, and grab him, and pull him over towards Storm.
All right. So now all
Okay.
3 of you back where Storm is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, the way wisecracking works is she has to make an attack on me, so I'm good.
Okay. So that's gonna make it Hellhound's turn.
okay, great. We're still concentrated on our hex bolt, so let's do that. 17 against agility defense of ya boy.
All right.
So 26 damage. Then we're gonna use our action to start concentrating on another thing. We're gonna use Hellfire Chains, and try to whip some chains at this guy.
He shoot chains.
Huh?
He shoot chains.
He shoot chains.
All right. So what's that damage gonna look like?
Let's see. It is make an ego against a 21 to hit against agility.
That is gonna hit.
Okay, great. So that is 31 more damage.
Damn.
And I'm gonna move in a little closer so that Angela's not alone up here. And now I'm concentrating on both of those, and that's my turn.
All right. And that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
Okay, yeah. I think, I am still in her face, attacking her directly.
All right.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Everything hates me today.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you. I needed to hit her emotionally. Um, I so that is still not a ton of damage. That is 2 times 5, that's 10. That's 14 damage.
She is going to summon her Shield of the Seraphim to not take that damage.
Okay. I think because I succeeded on the attack, even though she negated it, am I still able to use Wisecrack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so then I'm going to. I forgot that's just free. I can just do that after every time I swing at her. That's funny. Okay,
That's
so
fantastic. Is it against her? What kind of defense is it against?
it's probably against her ego.
Her ego defense is an 18.
Yeah, that is fine. It's free real estate for me. I can just do that anytime.
Deal.
So it is okay.
It's free real estate.
So that just means it doesn't do anything, right?
Correct. You're
Okay.
just continuing to shit talk her while her shield blocks your shield.
Yeah.
And
I think it's just like, come on. Are you afraid of me? Because you should be. I mean, look, the pages are starting to fail around you. We're keeping your guy pretty at bay. I think you should do the smart thing for once. And I'm just trying to get under his skin.
Hellhound, what are we doing?
I had my turn.
Oh, you did. My bad.
Yes,
Sorry.
I hex bolted in Hellfire chains.
So Storm, sorry. My bad.
No worries.
What's your move?
Lord, wow. Sorry.
You're good.
I don't know why my brain just completely farted. Because I remembered there's an old man next to me when I looked at I'm like, wow, that really did just happen. Beautiful. Lovely. I feel like, how do you tell how much movement you have? So you guys are talking about, I know you were like
Yes,
not keeping track of that before. Does that matter?
So where ability scores is, if you click next to it where it says speed plus size, it shows you what all of your different speeds are. So you should have like a run speed and you'll have a flight speed.
I can read. I promise.
In combat, your flight speed is equal to your rank times your run speed.
So it is 20. So yeah, you can be pretty much wherever you want to be. You can move up to 20 squares.
Okay. I'm gonna go be up by Hellhound. Because they need help. Their girlfriend's in danger. Beautiful. After that move, using an elemental blast on this guy.
All right.
Brain check. That'll be 18 total. I don't know if that.
An 18 on his agility is going to hit.
Okay, that's 27 damage.
All right. Feeling personally attacked by his shit talking about gods, you summon a very powerful bolt of lightning that does seem to scorch the skin on his chest a bit, and he is starting to wisp away a little bit more, but still using all of his willpower to maintain his connection to this plane. And that is going to make it Morgan and Cathan's turn. So Morgan is going to, let me see here. I think we're gonna stick with trying to zap your focus because that's seems to be the most effective thing that she's done against you so far. So we're gonna go.
Oh boy. Yeah, that works again.
All right, so that's going to be 30 focus damage.
Ooh, oh, the focus is getting real low.
And then Cathan is going to attack Hellhound.
Okay.
Actually, I think he's going to use one of his big area of effect things.
Good.
Oh, good.
Oh, neat.
Cool, cool. Love that.
Well, that for us.
All right. Whose melee defense is better than a 21? I think that's not much people.
Oh, good.
Feel
Oh,
proud of
no.
yourself, huh?
So that means that let's see, 49 divided by so that's going to be 24 damage to everybody.
Okay, I'm dead.
Well, sorry, everyone within 10 spaces. I think that you
Okay.
are safe. Yeah.
Just so you got
this-
moved away.
Is this
Yeah,
physical
thank you, Tali.
damage?
Yeah, so essentially what he does is he like does this projection of dark magic that like ripples around in an orb and hits all of you. So it's not far enough back to hit Scheherazade or AWOL, but Exploit, Angela, Storm, and Hellhound are all affected by it.
How much damage was that?
That is going to be 24 damage.
Okay, I'm going to absorb it. That's still a positive ratio. That's 14 focus. I heal up.
And I'd like to shield the Seraphim and take none of that.
Zania, as you absorb dark magic from this entity from beyond, you suddenly see how you're going to die. And
What a wild sentence.
Whoa.
Cool. What's it look like?
You see that in your own mind. I'm not gonna tell you what it looks like.
Cool,
You can
cool.
choose to envision that in your own mind as you want, but you're going to move forward with the knowledge that you as a person know that.
Cool.
Roleplay that how you feel appropriate.
Yeah, all right. I know exactly how I imagine it.
Perfect. And that is going to make it AWOL's turn. No big deal. No big deal.
So, question. Sean, my friend, my buddy, I'm gonna try something that is maybe not in the rules.
Oh boy, here we
So
go.
I am lying on the ground. I mean, not on the ground, on this like thing of air
Right.
underneath me. Well, Scheherazade attempts to dispel this these like pages.
Okay.
I think I, in my own head, whisper thoughts
Mm-hmm.
to All Black, the Necro Sword, and to Null.
Okay.
And I say in my own head that no one else can hear, if you help me win today and defeat Doom, you have me forever.
Oh, you just became a thrall.
I'm like
Oh.
selling my soul to Null and to the Necro Sword.
There's like 7 people who like probably have you in a queue for your soul, honestly.
Yeah, get in line,
probably.
bud.
You suddenly hear a voice in your head that's not Null. You hear Venom in your head.
Okay.
He says, "Please, don't do this."
Hey man, you're not on the hook. You can leave anytime you want.
It's not about me. I know what this will do to you, and I couldn't wish it on anyone.
Have you ever had friends like this?
Yes.
Would you want to see them die?
Venom's mind goes to Eddie. And
What would you do? And I think because we have this like connection, I think, do I also see Eddie in that moment?
yeah, you 100%
Okay,
do.
I think,
you,
like-
you in a moment relive every experience that Venom and Eddie have lived together. And you are you have no question in your mind that Venom understands the connection that you have to your friends.
Yeah. What wouldn't you do for Eddie?
And you like suddenly like hear, now not being stopped and held back by Venom, you suddenly hear Null in your head that says, I knew you'd come around.
Okay, sick.
Um, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that with that, you are going to get half your health, half your focus, and 2 karma points back.
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
But now you are in the eternal service of the god of the symbiotes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So no big deal.
Michael.
Does that take me above my maximum karma? Or no, wait, no, I was down to 1.
1.
So I'm back up to 4. Or I'm back up to 3.
3.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. I'm good with that. And I think I like get up and I like fully don't look like Michael at this point.
Mhm.
Like I'm just the symbiote skin. Like I think I've tried to have just Michael's head out the whole time. And I think like right now it's just all black, including like where the Venom chest piece would be white. It is like pitch black.
Yeah, Scheherazade, you look over and you slowly see your friend completely disappear. And the last thing that you see before this suit completely envelops him is just this blank look on his face. And you see his eyes go black and you see his teeth sharpen to fangs before this Venom suit completely envelops him.
I'm
Hope you're
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry, friend. And I'm going to jump in and attack Cathan again.
I think Robbie Reyes had points last session. Shit like this is why Robbie Reyes had points last session.
So I'm gonna jump in and attack Cathan again.
Hell yeah. Yeah, with like one mighty swing, you actually all watch as for a moment Venom grows wings, like giant, like bat-like wings, and flies towards Cathan with at incredible speed. And extending out from the symbiote is the Necro Sword, and a 19 is going to hit. How do you want to do this?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
I think I'm like flying over and the Necro Sword just like keeps expanding longer and longer until it is like the full width of Cathan's like chest. And I think I chop in half on a diagonal and like Cathan is just sitting there for a second and then the top half slowly slides off.
And as it slides off, you see it just like materializes away and like kind of disappears almost in a puff of smoke. And you see the bottom half just begin to burn in like this demonic ash. And seeing this, Morgan Le Fay like yells and she goes, "No!" And then she like begins to like disappear. You're not sure if she's teleporting away knowing she's lost the battle or if she is somehow tethered to the spirit, but she is gone.
I think on the way out, I sort of just see what's happening and one last time just go like, until we meet again.
Get her ass.
She's going to find me in every afterlife. I'm cooked once I'm dead.
Amazing. But all of you are now standing on this staircase, or able to be standing on this staircase if you wish. And you see up in the sky above you is this contraption of spinning rings where Doom currently is.
I think if anyone were to look at Zinnia, there is a like kind of far off look again in her eyes, which keeps happening. But this one feels a bit more dire than normal. Whew. Okay, so Doom time, right?
Doom time.
Let's go.
Michael.
And I think he like looks towards you, and there's like almost no recognition.
And
Michael.
Scheherazade, you hear Venom speaking to you. I'm so sorry you had to see this. Your friend cares about you deeply, and they may never speak to you the same way again. But know the reason they chose this path was for you.
I think Sherazade kind of cries like a single like golden tear. Kind of wipes her eyes. Kind of looks at the rest of the team and puts her hand in like the small of like Michael's back. Your story was amazing.
Why would you do that to me? Why would you
That was
hurt
so good,
me?
Dolly.
Holly!
Ugh.
She will gain a bunch of resolve on her face and say, "Let's kill the son of a bitch." And begins walking up the stairs.
All right. Moving into the final battle, you would go back up to full health because of your healing factor.
Sick.
And does anybody else have any things that they want to do before they go into their last battle with Doom?
Well, if there's a way there's nothing here that can like hurt me to regain focus, so I am cooked.
Well, hopefully you get hit really hard.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm praying
see
someone hits
someone
the
to hit
shit out
you?
of me.
you
I
see-
mean, I don't want to do just like the meta game of like everyone punch me and I like heal up, focus.
I mean, I can punch you really hard.
Yeah, we're really strong.
I think I would like genuinely. I think the person I would ask is Storm. On like a hey, you know what my powers do. You know I can absorb like energy. Are you willing to?
Just before even you finish asking, just hits you with an elemental blast.
I will take no actions to like lower the actual.
Amazing. Hold on. Wait, what is that? I think that's
That's hilarious.
so 27 damage.
Yeah, I will take no act to dodge or anything like that already. But
Just
Go ahead.
yeah, I will do an energy absorb though, just to try to get some of that back.
We get this really good frame of like Storm calling down lightning, and it is very much like Days of Future Past when like Storm hit Bishop with the lightning, and we just see him absorb it in and then go like into the fight. So yeah, we get the shot of Exploit just like pulling in all of this lightning, and all four of her eyes glow, and it's time to lock in, baby.
lock in.
Yeah. Sean, do you want me to tell you what I saw?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. What's the best way to send that to you?
You can just send it to me in the Discord.
Okay, beautiful. I'm ready.
If we have a second, I want to go over to Angela, who I saw start to get a little freaked out during battle, and I just immediately pull her into like the biggest kiss I can, just big demon angel smooch. And I pull back and I just look at her and say, whatever happens out there, I'm glad we found each other.
I'll find you again in this life or the next.
And I give her another smooch. More smooches.
Yeah, there's lots and lots of smooches happening.
So much smooches.
And is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Flying up towards this magical contraption that Doom has built in the sky
Ooh.
all of you arrive to see these psychic prisms
Oh
containing
no.
Doctor Strange, Magic, Scarlet Witch, and Icarus. And you can see that he is not only pulling in magic from across the multiverse, he is also siphoning off their power. And he looks at all of you and he says, "You stand before the combined magic across the world and across the universe, in the hands of the only one fit to wield it. What chance do you think you have?"
I think Zinnia takes a step forward. Just because you feel like you're the only one who can wield it doesn't mean you're the only one who has. You may not like it, but I've done the exact same thing, and I didn't need to go steal a ton of stuff to be able to do it.
I have not stolen anything. It belongs to me.
You sure about that? Because all of the universes that are out of flux because of you, kind of seems like you had to borrow all of that just to be able to do this. I mean, when I break magic free, what are you gonna do? Or Wanda, or Icarus, or Doctor Strange?
These worlds, these universes were out of flux far before I intervened. They allowed a mad titan to disintegrate half of them. They allowed a witch to get rid of your kind. There have been numerous near-extinction events because of the chaos that naturally exists. I will bring order.
I've already seen how Latveria's run, and no offense, I turn to Michael, and I know it's already kind of gone. No offense, but I have notes, so I can't really let you do this.
Try and stop me. Roll initiative.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking go, gang.
Victor, this isn't you, boo.
All right,
Remember
you.
I'm
those
gonna
nights
run
we
in
All right, you.
shared?
so quick. I'll be right back.
You good.
This is where Storm has a heel turn.
Amazing.
No, I'm going to keep the artistic integrity of this character. I will pack my own feelings away. Oh.
Oh no, poor Doom.
Dude, they've been getting shitty.
That initiative shows, Storm's heart's not in.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Remember that moonlit dinner we shared?
Not Storm's heart not being in it. Oh my God.
Let's hear him out,
We did. He just gave his pitch, and I disagree.
I think Scheherazade has also just been holding Michael's hand.
Oh.
He's deeply sad and deeply angry.
You're breaking my heart here, Talia.
That's what I gotta do.
It's almost like
She
you have
loved Michael.
consequences for your actions.
She loved Michael.
These aren't my actions. These are
Take it out with Michael.
exactly. Look, I wouldn't be here at all.
I'm not built like that.
Real. We were talking about what would you do in this universe? Be at home.
Right.
Hoping for the
Minding my
best.
damn business.
Taking a nap.
Unfortunately, if I was in
Horizontal.
Iowa.
Laying down. Going to bed.
If this shit was real, I would not live on the coast.
No.
I would be a farmer in Oklahoma. or
Yeah,
some
live in
shit.
No.
bumblefuck
Yeah,
nowhere.
you move to a small town.
God, I can only imagine what rent would be like in fucking these places.
Oh
Rent's
yeah.
probably cheap as hell in New York.
You live in upstate Vermont, right? That's the best.
The one universe where Manhattan rent is lightning cheap, just so they got to pay you to move in over there.
Oh, it's like Alaska. Or like every year you live in New York, you get $1,000 for each resident.
Rent super low. Insurance through the roof.
Mhm. And that's where
it's
they
like
get you.
Florida insurance there. Ah,
AWOL, what was your? Oh, that's right. Here it is.
10.
That was a 19.
12.
Oh, I'm looking at the
12.
wrong one. There it is. Got it.
It's a 12. Sorry.
All right. So the first thing that happens is that you will notice that all of the people that are in Psycho Prisms are actually in the initiative order because Doom is able to siphon magic from them, and we are functionally using those as additional turns for Doom.
I figured.
So the first thing that is going to happen is that he is going to siphon power off of Doctor Strange to... let's see.
What tomb thing is he gonna do?
That actually, thanks. That made the decision for me. Cool.
I was talking shit. Talking shit is non-canon.
All right. So yeah, he basically conjures magic that you can see him siphon off of Doctor Strange to actually make a swirling wind around this circle. So basically, anyone who enters within this circle, their movement speed is going to be cut in half. And that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
So when you say circle, do you mean like the entire ring or?
Within the swirling ring. So it would be
Okay.
like, because it's within 10 spaces of him. So we're just using that as just an easy visual reference.
Yeah, I'd like to think I
Which is
started
actually
pretty
perfectly
close.
correct.
Yeah, I'd like to think I started pretty close to the ring just because I was talking cash shit at Doom.
You sure were.
And I think my initial reaction is to go try to fly to magic. Let me see if I have enough movement speed on that.
All right.
All right, yep, I can do that in 9. So yeah, I think I'm going to go over there and try to break magic out specifically.
All right. So you are going to need to make an ego check to try and destroy this Psycho Prism with your with the elemental energy that Storm charged you with.
Okay. So ego?
Yes.
Damn. It's never physical. That's probably not going to do a damn thing.
It is not. So like you run up and you are like charging this Psycho Prism and trying to like basically like destroy it. You can see cracks beginning to form, but it is not destroyed.
Okay. Yeah, was that a successful attack at least?
It was not.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I think that's everything for me this turn.
All right. And that is going to make it Doom's turn again. He is pulling magic off of Icarus. And everybody within... the only person within 10 spaces currently, actually, so we're not going to use that.
Well, you said it already. It's canon.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's like chess. You took your finger off the piece.
All right. Doom is hovering up, and you see him pull magic off of the Psycho Prism that Icarus is in and use it to like hurl... actually, he doesn't. That's right, because he's pulling it off of Icarus. So you actually see him use like the laser vision that Icarus has to attack. Looks like he's actually going for a wall,
Hell yeah.
and that is going to be...
Is that an agility attack?
It is.
Cool.
It's dog shit though, which kind of sucks.
Nah, that's fine.
Cool.
Look,
But
I need to summon my luck from the last
I'm
couple of
guessing
games.
you have a better than 10 agility.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are able to easily...
I am also going to use spider dodge though, so that I can move in any direction equal to my jump speed.
That's so cool. That's super cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you are able to leap out of the way. So go ahead and you can move your token wherever you
I
want.
can
Are
jump
you able
6
to move him?
spaces. Yeah.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. That just gets me a little bit closer so that I can try to punch him next turn
Hell yeah.
on my turn.
So yeah, he hits where your feet were as you like leap like 30 feet in the air and do a somersault and land on the other side of these spinning rings. But you are now within the winds of Watum, which means that your speed is going to be cut in half as long as you're inside
Cool.
the circle. And then that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
From looking at this, and maybe you mentioned it and I missed it, does it seem like there is a way to break the 4 out of their little crystals?
I was gonna make you guys make a check for it, but since since Exploit was just like, I'm just gonna try it and see if it works. It does.
Fair.
You observing that, it does look like you probably could.
Okay, great. Then I'm gonna move up here. And let's fire a hex bolt at this is Icarus.
Yes.
Whoever's bing bonging right there. Let's hex bolt at that. That's a fantastic success.
Incredible. So that does hit. And does what? How much damage does it do on a fantastic success?
On a fantastic success, it does double damage and
Yeah.
causes
Yeah.
the target trouble for 1 round.
So what you do is you hit this Psycho Prism with this hex bolt, and it immediately just like shatters into 1,000 pieces, and you see Icarus's unconscious body collapse to the ground. So Icarus can't really jump in on this fight; he's still unconscious, but Doom can no longer siphon power off of him
That's
and
sick.
take his turn.
I'll take it.
So we'll
I'll
take him
take
out
it.
of the initiative order, and that is going to make it Doom's turn again, who is now going to siphon power off of Scarlet Witch. And he is going to, seeing what Exploit is trying to do, he is going to try and restrain her. So what is your melee defense?
14.
All right, so that's a 24 and a fantastic success.
Oh boy.
So you are restrained as well as pinned as you see like these red hot bands of Sidorak wrap around you and like bind you to the ground. So you are going to need to spend your next action trying to break out of these.
Do they hurt?
It doesn't say that it deals any damage. It just says that you are paralyzed and pinned.
Okay.
And next turn, you'll be able to break out if you can make a melee check 20 or better.
20?
20 or better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And
Cool.
that is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
Teleport over to baby girl. I'm gonna use teleport other to get her out of the restraints.
Okay. I don't know if there's a check for that, but that seems like that works. You're using your whole action, so I'll let you do it. But yeah, you are able to you kind of create a portal between her and the restraints and are able to kind of like pull her through it.
Who was that got freed? Wanda?
No,
No,
you
you.
you are no longer
thank you.
bound,
Oh,
so
me.
you don't have to use
Aha.
your thing next time. So that's
Hell
pretty
yeah.
cool. And that is going to make it Doom's like full action.
Jesus Christ.
And so he is actually going to spend 15 focus and make an ego attack against Scheherazade.
Hmm.
And that's a fantastic success.
I'm down.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Get a job.
interpose.
Well,
Hey,
it's,
whoa,
no,
whoa.
hold on, because you don't take any damage,
Oh.
but you no longer have your powers. He has severed your connection to the Library of Alexandria. And he
Oh,
looks
it's
at
on site.
you immediately like feel like all of you like your connection to the portals and your connection to the books taken away from you, and you look up and Doom looks at you and says, "You are unfit to guard this knowledge."
Gotta go.
You gotta go. You know, he had to go before, but now he really needs to
He's
leave.
gotta go.
And that is going to make it Storm's turn.
I'm upset.
That's fair. Totally
I was a
fair.
little angry before, but now I'm really mad.
Now I'm really mad. I'm gonna use elemental barrage.
All right.
And designate the space. He's gonna be the center of this attack. I think like to try to like the barrage is going to be an attempt to like break the other people who are still in their crystal prisms out, as well as
Okay.
cause damage to Doom. And that is going to be, sorry, I can do an ego check. That is 20 total for against 20 total, 34 damage to Doom if he 20 hits.
So you're using elemental barrage, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that one of the ones that hits multiple targets for half damage? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Takes affected enemies take half regular damage. Yeah. So that'll be half of the 34 damage.
So 18.
Someone else who's good at math.
17.
17. Yeah. So 17, and I don't know if there's like damage to be done on the crystal prisms that they're in, but
it does appear that you're beginning to chip away at those.
Okay. Beautiful. That is the turn.
All right. And that is going to make it AWOL's turn.
Cool. So these rings are spinning, right?
Right.
Okay, this is just flavor. But I want to, as one of the rings is spinning, I want to run up it. It's just my movement,
Yeah.
but I just want to say that this is what happens.
Hell yeah.
And as I
Yeah.
get above him, you see like just a glint of Michael he does a sweet gainer off of this.
I never thought I was going to
and-
be emotionally moved by a gainer before, but damn.
And like shoots web down at the ground and like slingshots himself down towards Doom.
All right.
And I'm going to attack him with my fast attacks,
All right.
which means if I get a fantastic success, I can attack again.
All right.
So I'm gonna hope I get a fantastic success because I want to put this guy down. He's messing with my friends. That
you could
is
get an
24.
ultimate.
I'm going to spend a karma.
All right.
I'm gonna spend a karma. Damn it.
Damn.
Okay. I am, however, yes, I am going to ram him. So that makes me take 60 and he takes 120.
Yep.
Jordan, I'm so
Period.
sorry to do this.
He's gonna absorb all of it, isn't he? Oh fuck no.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
You
He's so evil.
hit him and you begin to see you like hear Venom say it burns, and you see like parts of the symbiote being ripped away from you and Doom like bringing them onto himself, and you can see like the symbiote bubbling almost as if like Doom is like breaking its will, and he says, "This will be a fine addition to my collection." Thanks for the
Okay,
thanks for the
but like
focus.
JK, he didn't take his fingers off the piece. Hold on. Wait.
That's crazy. Okay. Wild.
Oh my
Look,
God.
y'all said y'all asked for me to come for y'all, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
That's
No,
fair.
you did.
All right.
Damn.
That is his reaction though. So that is going to make it Doom's turn again, drawing on Magic's power.
God damn it. Yeah, we need to break these people out.
Yeah. I have a fun thing I'm hoping to do if I free Magic.
We've just have one out right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You begin to see like him like on the other hand that doesn't have the symbiote, you begin to see like a blue light begin to glow, and magic soul sword appears in his hand.
Fuck, he
That
has it.
he then begins to slash at Michael with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a 15 to hit your melee.
My melee defense is 16, baby.
All right, you are able to bring up the necro sword and block the soul sword with it. Hell yeah.
That's sick as hell.
Yeah.
Just having a sword fight.
Yep. It's so fucking sick. All right, and that is going to make it Angela's turn, who then like runs into the fray, flies into the fray, and decides that she wants in on the sword fight as well. Yo, my second monitor is just covered in a bunch of different character sheets. It's so funny. Now I feel
you.
I was gonna say now I feel what Dare feels every single game. But with an 18, that is actually enough to hit Doom, who doesn't have a reaction left, so he is going to take that damage on the chin. And that is going to make it back to the top of the order with Doom drawing Strange's power. And he is going to use Icy Tendrils against Angela at this point. All right. So yeah, you see that he like drawing on Doctor Strange's power. He then redirects it to make Icy Tendrils shoot out from his hand and deal 70 damage to an already damaged Angela, who is
Oh no.
she looks seriously wounded, but she is still standing. She's tough. And
Not the future Chaperone dreamed of.
he like begins to look around at all of you and says, "None of you stand a single chance." And that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
I'm gonna try to free magic again.
All right.
And he said it's an ego attack specifically, correct?
Yes. Actually, you know what? If you want to just make a melee attack and just basically try and like break this with your bare hands,
That is the play.
Okay.
Why is the I am furious.
Insane.
Oh my god.
Yes, it would be.
I'll let you add your melee bonus to that first roll that you did, because that's kind of what you would have done anyway.
Okay, so the melee damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's still a 5x5 because I have the shield still.
Or well, would it have hit if you had? So what's your ego? Or sorry, what's your melee bonus?
Oh, my melee bonus. It's a. My melee's 4, so what do I roll? Add for
7 plus 4 is 11, so that still
Okay.
wouldn't have broken
Okay.
through on that first roll if you had used your melee.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you're just continuing to like pummel this thing. Do you have any focus left?
I do.
Okay.
I do have a good amount of focus.
Okay, so yeah, you're continuing to pummel this thing, and it looks like the raw force of your fists is not breaking through the way that you would like it to.
Ooh.
That's gonna make it Hellhound's turn.
Yeah, and Hellhound's not happy. But first I'm gonna shoot Hex Bolt, use my
Yes.
concentration to shoot at Scarlet Witch and try to break her out.
All right.
Yes.
Fantastic success again.
Yes.
Incredible.
Another one. Thank you.
And another one.
For a 15 to hit.
15 is actually no, it's not. It's a 1 above enough to hit.
Okay, great. So Scarlet Witch is out.
Yeah, because you were able to once
Oh,
again
yes.
shatter it, so that is going to remove that action from Doom's action economy.
Let's go. And then I'm gonna use my action, seeing that he's going after Angela. I picture Hellhound's eyes just like rolling back as the pentagram gets even stronger, and it's like a mixture of like demonic voices as she just stares at Doom, and like in a deeper voice than she normally has, it's like, enough and I'm going to use Penance Stare. And I make an ego attack against Doom's ego defense for a 19 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
Doom's ego is exactly 19, so you got him.
Great. So you take 21 focus damage.
Amazing. All right.
I was afraid that he was one of those people who's like, I am so justified in my actions that I take nothing from this.
That was a crazy thing, that when Ghost Rider tried to use the penance stare on the Punisher, it didn't work because he has zero remorse for the people that he's killed.
Yeah. That's how I felt. I was like, Doom might be up there on just pure justified bullshit. I was scared.
He really likes to think that he is. But I think that when you give him the penance stare, because you actually basically like see what you're showing him when you do it.
Yeah.
You see his actions and him drawing in all this power from the multiverse. You see all of the consequences of it, and you see the versions of his mother and the versions of his love and the versions of the people that he is actually connected to in all of these different multiverses directly being negatively affected by the actions that he is taking. And for the first time, he kind of begins to see his hubris from an outside perspective. And for a minute, he begins to question his actions.
Let's go. Let's go. And that's my turn.
Just that.
Just that. Just a little, make him question his entire life. It's fine.
Scheherazade, you're up.
Okay, so is what he's doing right now, is this a spell?
Which part?
The part of him siphoning off from everybody.
I'm gonna say that yes. So if you want to use your dispel spell thing to try and free one of these people, I will absolutely let you do that, because this is 100% like not in the rules. I'm doing some extra bullshit to make the boss fight a little more interesting, so I'm willing to have some wiggle room with it.
Okay, then Scheherazade not having any access to power, that doesn't matter to her. She's still an Eternal. She's gonna pull out her book, because that's all she needs is one book to save the world, and she is going to cast a spell magic on Steven.
All right. So that is going to make it be an ego check.
Okay.
Against a 19.
Okay. I have one card left, so if I don't hit this, I'm going to spend it. And will it give me an edge, or is it a reroll? So I've just been doing a reroll.
It'll be, an edge. It is a reroll for one of them.
Okay. Damn. Not enough.
I think that you pull out the book, and without your connection to the library, you kind of don't feel the confidence that you usually have to be able to conjure this magic, and you're kind of having a bit of an identity crisis in this moment.
Yeah. I think just like tears kind of rolling out because she's still mad over Michael being gone. And she's just trying to like say these words and not being able to, like, all this wind. Just sort of like just beating up on herself a little bit.
And Doom is then going to, let me see here. He looks back at AWOL and he says, and he looks like at his hand covered with the symbiote, and he says, I think I'll take the rest of it. And is going to, let me see here, spend another 15 focus to try and shut down your powers as well.
Jesus Christ.
What is the highest cost power that you have, actually?
Nothing. None of my abilities cost any power.
So it will just be the 15 focus.
Yep.
So you see like venom beginning to be pulled off of you. You do also, all of you, notice that AWOL has returned, is no longer an old man.
Okay, cool.
Because of his healing factor. But you do notice he has like Mr. Fantastic gray streaks on the sides of his head now.
Ooh.
And also now his eyes are still black and his teeth are still razor sharp. And though Venom has
Actually,
been...
I'm sorry. One of my things costs 5 focus.
Okay.
So he does lose another 5 focus.
That's the difference maker.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's won.
And it seems like even without Venom attached to him, Noel's influence over him is still incredibly strong. And you begin to see that like Doom like takes the symbiote, but it doesn't like completely envelop him. Like I said, he's just kind of like holding it in like this amorphous like ball, and it's almost like he doesn't feel like he needs it. He just doesn't want anybody else to have it, and it's kind of just like that whole thing of feeling the need to possess everybody else's power. And so that is going to make it Storm's turn.
Yeah, beautiful. Magic is still the only one. Who's still left in the Crystal Prison?
Magic and Doctor Strange.
Magic and Doctor Strange, yeah.
Oh, Doctor Strange is still in his thing.
Correct.
Why did I think he was out? Okay.
Because Scheherazade tried to free him and was unable to.
Okay. Beautiful.
Also, just as a general note, this is something that you all would know because of Exploit's power set. Being able to shut down somebody's power requires extended concentration to keep that power shut down.
Yeah.
So, just putting that information out
What
there.
is extended concentration?
So he's currently Doom is currently concentrating on keeping both Scheherazade and AWOL's power shut down. So if you make him break concentration, then that means that Scheherazade and AWOL will both get their powers back.
Cool.
Make someone break concentration. Like, how does that work?
I
Like
believe.
above table. Like
There's certain certain moves that can do it.
wow.
I'm popping this in the chat because I have it up for concentration. There's
Yeah.
a few ways to break concentration, mostly involving giving them a condition or knocking them unconscious.
Right. So unconscious, becoming demoralized, which both of those are just losing all of your health or losing all of your focus. Also, being stunned, knocked back, or knocked prone will break concentration. Being blinded if the power requires line of sight, which it doesn't. So it looks like for him, you would need to either, short of reducing him to either 0 health or focus, you would need to stun him, knock him back, or knock him prone.
Okay.
I have a question regarding stun in the context of like the wisecrack move.
Okay.
It's specifically making an attack against him.
Okay.
Does that include the pods of magic people? Because that is an extension of his power.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wait, it's still my turn.
It is still
correct?
your turn. Sorry.
Okay, beautiful. I just want to clarify. I'm going to use thunder on Doom. So just big thunderclap in his direction. I don't think 11 does that. I'm gonna
Yeah, all of his defenses are above 11.
Okay, I'm gonna use my karma to reroll this and hope for the best. Okay.
Oh, let's go.
16 ego? I don't think that does.
Is it against his ego defense?
Or
is it against his agility defense?
Resilience defense.
Oh, resilience. Then that does do it.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
beautiful.
Let's go.
29 damage, and he is stunned for 1 round and also deafened.
Amazing.
Hell yes.
So yeah.
Let's go.
So
Let's go, Briar.
So Storm, your eyes go white and you like clap your hands together and there's this loud boom. We get like a big text that says boom across this whole panel, and as that happens, Doom like flies back, his hood comes off for a moment and he lands on the ground, and as soon as that happens, the symbiote kind of jumps away from him and reforms around AWOL, and then you also see like Scheherazade looking down at the book. You see on your wrists the like rings around your wrist, they flicker back and you can suddenly feel your connection to the library again. Sick move. Play the game. All right, AWOL, what are you gonna do?
What does stunned do?
So that just means that he can't take a turn next round, I believe. He can only take free actions.
Okay, sick. So he can't take any of his turns.
Stunned. Any power the character is concentrating on ends. They cannot take actions, and all attacks against them have an edge.
Yep. Yeah, no, I would say that is totally fair because if he's stunned, he can't draw.
I'm gonna
power
take
from
off his
anyone else.
mask.
That's
Oh my god!
what a
Oh,
choice!
Oh
He's gonna kill
shit!
you.
What
Good
a
dad.
choice!
I'm gonna
It's been
pry off
real.
his mask and then punch him in his actual person face, just with my hand, not with the necro sword.
I
I'm
use
gonna
my
pull off his
person
mask,
hand.
and I'm just gonna punch him in
You
the
are
face.
going to get torn apart at a subatomic level, and it's been real.
It's been real.
You know what? Well, it was great knowing you.
Oh
Yeah, no, I've seen what he did to Thanos in Secret War. It's been real that way. man.
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so make a melee attack. You gotta be
Okay,
a
sick.
13.
Let's go!
Oh, that is a fantastic
Let's
success.
go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And I do 60 damage to him when I punch him in the face.
Are you using any kind of like vicious attack or anything else to punch him?
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I'll use fast attack so I can attack him again. So I'll do fast attack because that
Well,
lets me
If you isn't vicious attack
pull it off.
Hold on. Isn't vicious attack double damage on a fantastic success?
It is double
It
damage.
is double damage on.
So-
I'll do vicious attack.
Yeah. Jordan,
I love this show.
how do you want to do this?
Okay, so he's stunned, right?
Yeah.
He's like knocked on the ground.
Mhm.
I think I jump on top of him and like rip his mask off with my like jaw. Right? I
Yeah.
tear his mask off of him and I just start punching until he stops moving. Like just like nonstop. And I think my arm goes up and it pulls and the necro sword comes out.
Um,
And I'm waiting. I think like Michael is like stopping Null from killing this man. Like I think it's like taking all that I can to not.
Yeah, make
I-
an ego check to see if you can resist Noel's will in this moment.
I will also
Okay.
try to interpose if that falls through.
That is a fantastic success.
Wow.
You see in your mind's eye, you taken back to Noel's palace, and he says, "We made a bargain, and I was very generous to uphold my end. If you do not finish him, if you do not do what you said that you would do, I will make your life hell, and it will never end. I will kill everyone you care about. I will rip them from this mortal coil, and you will live forever watching them suffer."
God, Godslayer, God. Godslayer,
Wild thing to say.
Shut the fuck up.
God.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
He's
up.
either
shut the
gonna
fuck
yank this shit from you or something.
Godslayer, God. And I just keep saying it until he does something.
You hear like this. God, you are the troll under the bridge of my life, Jordan.
up. Jordan, I love you so much.
Yeah, you just hear like a loud scream as you are back in the moment of exploit. You like try and like grab his arm but feel like there's no resistance, and you feel in the moment that AWOL actually seems to have control of himself. And even for a moment, Venom is actually able to peel back from his face, and his eyes are no longer black, and his teeth are no longer fangs.
I think despite everything that's been happening on Zinnia's end today, I think there is a look of pure joy. Like, hey, Michael, AWOL,
Yeah.
you got
Hey guys. I don't know how long this is gonna last. But I don't get this guy out of here. So I don't.
Wait, and Charizard wants to kick the shit out of him as hard as she can.
Get him, Charizard! Kick
I
his ass!
I think while that's happening, I'm looking at the magic around this place because I am so afraid that it is getting unstable. The
Well,
person who was
yeah, I was gonna say you can see that like all of the glowing runes, the light is starting to fade. The blue and red energy that is being pulled across the multiverse is kind of disappearing, and the sky is starting to go back to its natural color. And as that happens, you hear like the sound of like creaking, and the sound of like bad brakes almost grinding together. As you suddenly start to feel the weight of gravity on you as this floating thing that you are standing on is about to start free falling.
Everyone hold hands.
so so the magic stuff is fine then, right? This is just collapsing.
Yeah, so there's this, just this 300-ton structure that is free falling above New York, with 4 of the most powerful spellcasters unconscious on top of it. Just that.
Cool.
5 actually, because Doom's also unconscious.
He can fall.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
He'll,
I'm
he'll,
going
he'll,
to
he'll be fine.
I'm gonna look at a couple of things real quick before we get too far away.
Argument for something. If I spend all my focus, will you let me teleport this falling structure into the middle of the ocean?
What power are you using?
I have 2 that I could use for it. Either I could use teleportal to make the portal big enough for it, or I can use teleport together or teleport other. Those are the 3 that I have.
Yeah, I would say teleportal makes the most sense, and you just opening a giant portal below it and having it fall into the portal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you open that up, and all of you feel like a and you see water splashing over you as you are now sitting on this thing floating in the middle of the Long Island Sound.
That
There's a
really
cancer.
everything? I make sure everyone's like on the platform. As it just kind of is it floating? Is it sinking?
It is slowly sinking, but not fast enough to where you don't have enough time to pretty easily get everybody off of it. But it does look like this thing is now going to exist at the bottom of the Long Island Sound.
Our contribution to the city.
Yeah, you have added to the lore. Congratulations. Yeah.
I think I have to go hunt a god.
Right now?
Maybe after some unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks.
Yes.
How are things looking through the rest of the city? Just like as
Well, with Doom dispatched, all of the Doom bots have kind of phantom menaced, and the Avengers are kind of, and also the X-Men that are here are kind of on cleanup duty and pulling stuff together. Shield has shown up fashionably late,
Of course.
and they are also kind of starting to clean things up.
Michael,
What a
glad you're back.
day. Sorry, Sherazade. I'm so sorry. You were trying to be genuine.
Michael, I'm glad you're okay. And I think she'll give him a kiss on the forehead.
And I think I like embrace as much as I'm able to.
You see Venom kind of like opens up so that you can just hug Michael, and then Venom kind of like wraps around both of you, almost like the symbiote is hugging both of you.
Holly, we can't hear you.
Oh, I don't know how much closer I can get to my microphone. I don't know what's going on with my connection. Yusa, a page turner.
Well, someone's got to do it, I guess.
We should leave before we get in trouble.
Yeah. I don't think Shield is going to be particularly happy about this.
I mean, do we just leave Doom here?
We should take him somewhere, right? Although I guess the raft isn't that much of a raft anymore.
I feel like that is international crime. Like, and like kidnapping a foreign dignitary has to be
Yeah, could just like drop them at the, I don't know, the UN or something.
we can just wait. I mean, I'm okay to wait for the Avengers to show up. What's Tony gonna do?
I'm just
Uh,
holding his mask, by the way.
Amazing.
Almost as if on cue, Tony lands on the next to the Long Island Sound where all of you are standing. And he looks at Doom, and he looks at all of you, and he says, "Nice work. Maybe I was too hard on you."
Is that the closer we're getting to an apology?
Stop admitting
yeah,
a mistake.
probably.
That's huge.
I wouldn't even call it an apology because
Yeah.
that means that we did something wrong.
Well, you're quite welcome, Anthony.
Well, I'm sure that we can handle the cleanup crew from here. Mr. Agent from S.H.I.E.L.D. is also here, and they're kind of handling all of that, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. We'll keep in touch. You're not Avengers, though. That's not how this works.
I don't really want to be one.
Why would I want to be an Avenger?
Okay.
I would kind of like to be an Avenger.
Michael, shut up. Michael,
I think
shut up.
It's so much paperwork. You don't actually want to do it.
I meant it.
Yeah, I'm good as is.
I think I do help Magic up, like specifically. She is a mutant. Also, we're on bad terms. She told me not to return her text messages. I am upset that she does not like me.
And so Tony flies away. I'm going to actually do a circle and let everybody do epilogues for their characters. Does anybody particularly want to go first?
That was not me.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you remember the thing I asked about as like a potential way, a place that we would end this at?
Yes, I do.
Is that still on the table?
It is 100% still on the table.
Cool. Because I would love to be at the Hellfire Gala for this.
Cool. So do you want me to do you last then?
Sure, yeah. If that's everyone else is cool with that. I mean, if other people want to be there, they do let non-mutants on for the Hellfire Gala specifically. You could be my plus however many there are of us.
I'm good to go to a gala. That sounds fun.
And in fancy outfits.
I think Scheherazade is, in wrapping it up, will join Michael in helping to hunt down these gods, and will just take up her mantle of taking care of the library and or possibly holding on to the Darkhold so that Wanda can live some sort of normal life. And just assist in being able to do this job with Michael. And she will also start a book that is just called Michael Donovan, and just have a journal that she keeps on her and his adventures to put on the library on a shelf.
Love that. Yeah, we see a panel of some of these pages that were up in the sky with Morgan Le Fay. They are kind of drifting and slowly falling into the Long Island Sound and then being scooped up by Scheherazade. And we then see all of them being compiled into a book that is put in a glass case in the new Library of Alexandria. And on a nearby bookshelf is what looks like an organized section of just comic books and graphic novels. And at the end of the shelf, seeming to have recently been set there, we see Marvel Comics presents The Bookkeepers issue 1. And it has
That's so sick.
A picture of Scheherazade and AWOL front and center with some of our other characters in the back. and basically like the regalement of the events that we have just seen.
I have one then. I think you see sorry, my mom just texted me. I think you see AWOL and Scheherazade, um and there's a panel that says that just shows Cletus Cassidus sitting in a cell, um and Michael is like holding the Doom mask, and he like puts it on over the and the symbiote wraps around the mask. And he says, is he still a fly guy clapping if nobody ain't hear it?
Oh my god.
And Cletus like looks over and he says, I never thought I would say that I miss Eddie.
And I guess I'm fighting is the idea.
Yep. And we get like a shot of like both of you like running towards each other, and then it cuts away. And Hellhound, what is your story's ending look like?
Yeah, I'm picturing Angela and Hellhound just like sitting on like the top of some like really tall skyscraper together with like just a bunch of takeout containers of Olive Garden, and some of these new comic books, and like Hellhound sitting like head in Angela's lap, like reading the book and being like, they can never get my likeness right. Like it's just, I don't know. You'd think that they'd ask us
Right.
how we want to look in
Yeah.
the comic.
That would be nice, right? Well, it's they every 5 or 6 issues they have to rotate out different artists, and I
Oh.
guess that is part of it. Have you never read a comic book before? You seem
I
very
don't really have
surprised.
time. You look pretty good though.
Oh, well, thanks. I try to. And she kind of like brushes her hair behind her ear. So, what are we? Is this?
If you wanna.
Well, I have some friends that I'm trying to meet back up with,
Okay.
and I mean, if you want to come with,
How do they
then
feel about demons?
they're fairly indifferent.
It sounds fun to me. Who are they?
And you look up and you see, like, coming out of the sky is this spaceship. And it actually like lands on a helipad next to you, and it opens up, and stepping out of it are Valkyrie, Thunderstrike, Scourge the Executioner, and Kid Loki. And you see Kid Loki says, "As Guardians of the Galaxy," and we cut away.
Perfect.
And so yeah, Hellhound goes to space. That's your spin-off comic. What does do you have anything in mind for Storm's epilogue? Can't hear you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you just see Storm back on the island with Scarlet Witch now kind of without all that duty, just teaching and enjoying each other's friendship. Yeah, I see a little just back to normal. You see Storm like sipping tea on the veranda while mutants play in the field. I feel like that's where Storm's ending would be.
That's great. And I think that Scarlet Witch looks over and says, I never got a chance to say thank you. Not just for helping rescue me, but also for the fact that after M Day, I didn't know if I'd ever have a place among the people that I tried to get rid of. But the fact that all of you have continued to allow me to have a place here is more than I feel I deserve sometimes.
If we don't have each other, who has us?
I suppose you're right. Well, I'll be going. Have to get ready for the gala tonight. Hope to see you there.
You will. You will not be able to miss me.
Perfect. And tonight we have the Hellfire Gala, which is the only time that humans and or non-mutants are allowed on Krakoa. And we get a shot of like this amazing ballroom, very episode 5 of X-Men 97, before all the bad shit started happening.
Before all the bad shit started.
Everybody is dressed to the nines and mingling. You see that there are not only mutants but also diplomats, and also some heroes. And we see the bookkeepers are also there, dressed to the nines. And Angela made sure that before Hellhound went off to space that she had one last chance to spend some time with her friends.
Got me emotional over here over fictional people.
That's the game, baby.
How dare!
Describe the fits.
We're doing outfit. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta
gotta
describe
describe
the
the
fits.
fits.
The fits.
I have
necessary.
Scheherazade in a like shoulderless dress that looks like it's made out of pages of a book, and she has a clutch that looks like a book.
Incredible.
With like a long slit along the side with like these fuckboy heels, like real tall stiletto, that are like glass. Assuming escorted by like Michael.
Yeah, I think Michael is in like an all black tuxedo, right? With just like, I think like on his lapel is a little white spider.
Amazing.
And that's what he's got on.
I think Hellhound has on like
Spider.
a black suit with like a black like corset top on it and just has like the jacket like slung over her shoulder as she enters.
Sick. What's Storm wearing?
Is it my turn? I forgot how turn orders work.
It's whoever.
Yeah, this is outfit initiative.
Yeah,
Whoever wants to talk about their fit.
yeah. I'd know if a Storm also had a fit.
Oh, yeah, of course I do, but I don't know. I was gonna let you go, but
All right. I'll take
go
it.
be
Yeah.
free.
Yeah. No, I think Zinnia is wearing like I want to say it is a like black. It is like a suit with a long, almost dress-like tail. It is covered in little like dots, almost like a night sky. If you were to look at it closely, you could see that like there is a lot of like detailing. The colors are almost like reflecting a bit of a mirror as like other things around. And I think you'll see that she has a pair of dragonfly wings as well. As one of her eyes is slightly glowing a little bit. But she borrowed some wings from Pixie.
That's fun.
Love that.
And I think she is wearing like a small set of like round glasses. So like underneath her small set of eyes have like little rounded glasses with like color blocking the glow.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. Storm is sort of wearing this like this is like was made perfectly for her, just like this interconnected like gold like almost chainmail, but it looks like it's made of like golden lightning bolts that are all like interconnected. Just like over, and you could like see like her skin underneath it, and just wearing like this long cape made of like storm clouds that are just like rumbling every so often, as it kind of drags on the floor behind her, kind of like like the cape is attached with like this like a collar that's like made of black pearls, like a single like ruby in the center of it, and hair tied up in the very Daenerys Targaryen kind of hair.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So after a night of music and dancing and having a great time, drinking champagne, you hear the tapping of a glass, and you see that up on the podium, dressed in an all-white three-piece suit and a tie, wearing an all-white helmet, is Eric Lencher, who steps up to address the Hellfire Gala and says, "Humans of the world, while you slept, the world changed," and begins his speech. And we get like shots of all of the people that we've come to know through this adventure, all of our friends here, all of the X-Men you interacted with, the Avengers, and all of the friends you made along the way. And we slowly finish as it pans over to AWOL. And the last thing we see is a like black speech bubble above AWOL's head that says, "Everyone you care about." The end.
Not a mutants event. It's not an X-Men event if there isn't a mass murder at the end. Oops. My bad, y'all.
Oopsie doopsie.
Yeah, so
Dang, what a game.
I guess
Oh,
season 2 at some point will have
yes,
to.
please.
This has been so much fun. This is definitely going in the bank of top games. This is so much fun. Thank you all for joining me on this amazing journey, joining us on this amazing journey. It's been so much fun. One last time, we're gonna do the circle. Everybody talk about what you're doing and where we can find you. I'll actually go first this time because cool thing to announce. You've probably maybe heard whispers about it if you follow people on social media. But next week, we are officially doing FriendCon here on the channel. FriendCon is a little thing where we're just all over the weekend of Gen Con just playing some games and stuff. And the stream is not the con, but the stream is participating in the con. And so there will be throughout the next weekend some awesome games run by some awesome people here on the channel. So stay tuned for more scheduling announcements on that. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Other than that, you can find me on all socials at HighGainSad. And thanks for joining us. And I'm going to throw it over to Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, Oops All Smurf. You can find me on all the socials at Oops All Smurf. I'll be at Gen Con. It's my first time going, so if you're there, please say hi. I'd love to meet these wonderful people in my computer in the real world. But yeah, that's all I got. This has been such a blessing, and my heart is so full right now. I'll pass to Jordan.
Hey, my name is Jordan. You can find me at GM_Jordan most places. Or I will be seeing Twisters at 5:20. So if you see me in the theater, just say hi. Buy me some popcorn.
Quick, gonna Uber Eats you some popcorn right
Yeah.
now.
Amazing.
Also, speaking of FriendCon, I have an adventure that will be free. It is coming out probably sometime this week. It is called What Lies Sweeping. And it is a really weird. We wanted to make a one-page dungeon, and it turned into a 24-page zine.
Sick.
That you can that has like maps and layout and stat blocks and everything. And you'll be able to download it for free. So more information about that coming soon.
Cool. Tala, you can go next.
Hey everybody, I'm Tolly. You can find me all over the internet at that's_Barnaby. I have a bunch of projects that are going to be coming up soon. I can't announce them yet because the trailers haven't dropped, but later on this week they'll be there. And I also will be at Gen Con next week. So if you see me, please feel free to come and talk to me, say hello, give me a hug, do all those things. I love talking to people. And yeah, Briar, I'll pop it over to you.
Briar, they, them pronouns once again. You can find me at BinaBees_ everywhere on the internet. That's important. Important to me. Um, uh, um, you can also find me at Gen Con this week. Don't give me a hug. Love you from over there.
Boundaries are important.
Other than that, I don't have any projects coming up, but if you want to invite me to something, my schedule is free. Yeah. Is anyone else?
I think Dare is the only person who doesn't go on.
Dare. Fasten to you.
Hi, hey, and hello. My name is Dare, pronounced she, they, fey. I have been exploit, and I'm very glad to have done so. I hope to do it again. If you are looking to find me anywhere on the internet, that can be at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. I am a streamer as well as like 17 other things. So if you want to catch me playing video games, find me here on Twitch. In terms of silly little things to promote, I make music, so both of my albums, Cyberpunk Funk and The Lucy's, are on both Bandcamp and Spotify. Just look up my name, Dare Hickman, or Dare to Dream RPG. And specifically, in a few weeks, I will be starting to sell some of that music on cassette because I am insufferably a hipster. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll let you know when I put those up on sale. So people can start buying those because I'm recording and decorating all of those by hand. I think
Hell
that's
yeah.
everything for me.
That's super sick. All right. This has been a game, guys. We're done with it, and I'm so happy to have done this with all of y'all. But yeah, for everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking us out, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye, everybody.